Yo, good morning, or should I say good afternoon, my people. What's up, world? It is Sunday, December 17th, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with Him all things is possible. This No Duck Zone episode is sponsored by Matchbout. Follow Matchbout on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Matchbout, the best sponsorship in the land. What's up, folks? Sorry, I'm so used to going on in the morning, y'all. Not realizing that it was already 1:35. What's up, y'all? I had a great week. Um, we had great action last night. Boxing World. It was amazing. We got to see Showtime put on their last show. Or we got to see PBC have their last show on Showtime. Um, nice little event last night. Dope. You know what I mean? We seen the outcome of it. It was crazy. Um, Amateur boxing, as y'all could see yesterday. I had the time of my life. Speaking of last shows, that was the last show of the year. Thank you for everybody who came through, smashing that like button. You know what I mean, and just kicking it with me. Um, you're going to see a lot more of that as the time goes on. We're just waiting for the new year to come in, and I'm definitely going to be on my new Duck Zone tour. But it was super dope last night. And like I say, shouts to everybody. USA Metro, Sonia, Ray, judges, photographers, the gym owners, fighters, coaches, you know what I mean? Everybody who plays a part in everything that goes on, you know what I mean? Just, thank everybody. Love all y'all. You guys definitely made this year you made this year a little easier for me. BC, what's up? Huy, what's up? Y'all made this year possible for me. Um, I had a better. I probably had this year was probably one of my better years out of any other year I've had. This year was definitely a year where I put in a lot of work. I probably attended more fights this year than I probably did last year. I attended a lot of fights this year, and I was proud of myself because that was one of the accomplishments. So that was super dope for me. And just like I said, thank everybody for allowing me to be a part of what they were doing. Shouts to all the coaches and shouts to all the fighters, pitches, chop ups, everything I've ever done. With you guys that you allowed me to do. I have to thank y'all because I probably would have not have been. I wouldn't have been so successful the way I was if it wasn't for you guys opening the door and allowing me to come in and do stuff with y'all. So I can't say that no Doug Zone would have been popping even if people didn't open the door. Um, it probably wouldn't have stopped me from grinding, but I needed that. I needed that, for people to give me that opportunity. Because we all know everywhere we go, they don't let you in the front door. You might have to go through the window. That's me. That's how I carry no Doug Zone. If you're not letting me through the door, I guarantee you this. You got a chimney, I'm going through it. You got a window, I'm gonna go through it. I don't do back doors. That sounds crazy. You know what I mean? So, so thank you for thank you everybody. I'm getting this out now because I know we're coming towards the end of the year, and I'm probably gonna end up doing it again. But I just get it out now. Just thank you everybody. You made this year possible. Thank you to my TWT family. Appreciate y'all, man. Everybody who's everybody who just always came through and they got up early in the morning and just came through and kicked it with me and spent time with me and called me, checked up on me. Just was for everybody who was ever there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. I don't have to name y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And y'all have made it. Y'all have made my job so much easy. Even though doing what we do and you know, being in these YouTube streets is difficult. It's difficult. It's a headache. Um, you're gonna have people that you thought that loved you, that was cool with you, in a split second could turn on you and start saying a whole bunch of shit about you or just whatever. It can happen that quick by a blink of an eye. It can happen, but you gotta have rough skin to be a part of this shit. You know what I mean? Really do. You know, this is only where the strong survive on here. And if you ain't built for it, this shit could tear you down. So just thank everybody. Thank everybody, man. I love y'all to death, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna promise you this. If I don't promise y'all anything this anything if I don't promise you anything else, I'll promise y'all this that I'm gonna keep pushing and keep trying to make No Doug Zone as great as it is. I'm gonna try to push to make it better, no matter what happens. No matter what rumor somebody decides to put on me out there. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about that because that's something that comes to the territory, and then we have to realize that we live in a world with a bunch of suckers. I'm gonna just wait on what's next. I just take one person to say something and one person to. Yeah, Queen. Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. You know, it's funny because somebody said to me about two was it 2 Fridays ago, 2 or 3 Fridays ago. I remember being somewhere, and I think I brought this up in my life. I remember being somewhere, and people were saluting me when I walked in the building, and somebody said something. Then somebody else said, "Yeah, well, it's not official if USA doesn't stamp it." They were speaking about me. USA Boxing doesn't approve of what I do, or they don't stamp it. It's not real. Well, guess what? If you go on my IG, USA is always stamped and approved what I did. So that means what I do is official and is real. But these are the type of hating comments you're gonna get. It's just a part of the world. But I didn't mean to get off topic. Just thank everybody, man. All the fighters, everybody who subbed to my channel, everybody who tells other people to sub to my channel. Um, thank you. I appreciate y'all. If you plan on getting any subs on your channels, any views on your channels, I'm gonna tell you like this: don't do any sucker shit to be getting subscribers. Get subscribers on your own. You understand? It's nothing wrong with telling people to subscribe to your channel, but make sure you don't go through anybody else to get your channel up, to get your subscribers up. Because the people will turn around and say, "Well, yeah, you know, your subs wouldn't have been up if you didn't go over there." No, get your subs up the best way you know how, or the best way you can. It might take 6 months, it might take a year, it might take 2 years. Let's all stop rushing to get somewhere. One step at a time. One step at a time. Smoke, what up? No Smoke TP in the building. Big Texas in the building. So, yeah, that part. So thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. And be on the lookout this week. We're gonna be getting into the whole December 23rd. Um, We'll probably get into that. I don't know, maybe Thursday or Friday. So, which means when Thursday and Friday come, we're not still speaking about, all right, now what happened to David Morrell or Chris Colbert or okay, that was yesterday. I'm gonna carry that conversation today, and then I'm gonna get into the next one. Cause some of y'all, like I said, y'all carry a conversation for 3 damn weeks. It'll be going into the new year, and we'll still be arguing about who David Morrell should fight. Who's ever next is next. Gonna move on. But last night, I'm not gonna hold y'all, right? I had to rewatch the card because I wasn't home. As y'all saw, I went to my amateur fight. After my amateur fight, I went out with I met up with the missus. So I had taped the fight when I was gone. Got home and couldn't watch it because I was too, so couldn't watch it. Tried to watch it and then it ended up watching me. So I got home, went to sleep, woke up this morning and said, "Okay, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna watch this again because now my mind is a little more clear." Um, and what I saw was, let's start with the Andre Berto and Robert the Ghost Guerrero, which I didn't even know they was on that card until the press conference. And I'm like, damn, I thought these guys were retired. And not realizing that I'm in the same age as the both of these dudes. And I'm like, oh shit, they're fighting again. Because of course I remember the last fight. I watched the first fight. I watched the first fight. See, I didn't just get into boxing. I didn't just wake up one day and just start covering boxing and then be like, yo, I started the podcast. I've been watching boxing. I just wish the mind that I had now I would have had, 10 years ago. I would have been deep into this already. So I watched that first fight with them. Yeah, yeah. Damn, I didn't send you the link. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Wise. I apologize, Wise. I got you right now, Wise. Sheesh. But I sent my brother Wise the link. I ain't sent my brother Wise understanding the link. How dare I? I got you now, Wise. Give me a second, man. Got you right now, my guy. Peace to my brother Wise understanding his family. So to see that fight happen again was bugged to me because I hadn't seen it. I hadn't seen it in a while, so it was bugged to me to see that. Um, they moved at a faster pace 10, 11 years ago because they were younger. But it wasn't bad. The thing with the punch behind the head with me was getting at with me with Robert, and the thing that was upsetting me with Berto was the whole and turning, doing that, and I didn't get where he was coming from. He kind of looked like somebody who was a beginner who's just starting out. I didn't understand that, but it was great to see two legends, um, two Hall of Famers in there. For me, that was dope. Oh man, is this Chef Wise?
Yeah, it's me. It's
What up,
definitely me.
Chef Wise?
So what up?
I ain't never caught you like this, bro. I used to catching you at home. My man over here chefing.
Yeah, yeah. I stepped out, taking a little break. Just want to hop on here, kick it with you for a bit before I walk
All
back
right,
in.
what's the deal, man? What's the deal? How you felt about last night, card?
Uh, last night card pretty solid. Wasn't bad. You know what I'm saying? Andre Berto, Robert Guerrero fight. I mean, it was all right. Honestly, I get the whole thing. Berto wanted to like avenge a loss, but he didn't really make too much of a difference from the first fight. So it just was like I kind of felt like he kind of did it for no reason. That's just my opinion. Um, Venezuela and Chris Colbert was a really good fight. I enjoyed it. It's sad how Chris Colbert went out. He got knocked out cold. I was at least expecting him to do something different from the first fight. He almost got out of there in the first round. He almost got stopped in the first
Yeah,
round, but somehow I don't know. By the grace of something, something helped him out because I don't know what it was, but he almost got stopped in the first round. Then as rounds went by, he was boxing pretty good in the beginning, using his jab effectively, creating angles, um, throwing combinations, putting things together. My problem with Chris was, he was getting too stuck up in the corner and getting caught with good, clean, like heavy punches and stuff like that. And his corner kept telling him like, "Yo, get out, get off the ropes, and stay out the corner." He wasn't listening to his corner, so it just was like, he kind of like earned that knockout. He earned it on his own. And I know for a fact Venezuela wanted to get that get back from the first controversial, fight. So he was like, I'm gonna make sure that in the second fight that there ain't gonna be no doubt, nobody's mind that I'm gonna win this fight and I'm gonna knock this guy out. You know what I'm saying? So Venezuela did that last night. He showed the world like, look, it ain't gonna be no unanimous decision. It ain't gonna be a split decision, majority decision, whatever. Like I'm knocking this dude out. And the
yeah.
thing that Venezuela had was perfect timing. He timed Chris perfectly, and he jumped in with that gazelle right hook, and he put his lights out. That was it. I was like, damn.
You know what's so crazy, bro? I swear I did not see that coming though, bro.
I didn't
So when
either.
he hit him with the when he knocked him, when I seen him get knocked out, I was yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in front of my TV like I screamed. I said, "Oh!"
Yeah, yeah,
Because he put him completely spark out.
yeah. He put out his lights.
I'm like, did somebody pay their bill this week?
I don't think so. Somebody came
I
up
see.
short on the light bill.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Con Edison came and said, we gave you a 3 week notice."
Yeah,
But shout outs to Chris Colbert, because he's okay, thank God.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
'Cause he
happy
didn't
for
look
that.
like he didn't look like he was gonna make it up off that campus. It looked like
Yeah,
he
I
was
know.
gonna be down there for a while. So shout
Yeah,
outs to him because people are gonna go out their way to make a meme of him, and they're gonna make a meme of him. That's the only
oh
thing
yeah,
that sucks
yeah,
about not boxing, but what sucks is about technology. Because before you couldn't make a meme out of nobody. Somebody just got knocked out, they got knocked out. But now with this technology and how social media is, now they're gonna go out of their way to make a meme out of him. And
yeah,
steady us going about our way to do that, I look at it more of okay, the brother made it because that's a shot that could have did anything to him, mentally. It could have did anything. So I'm glad that he's okay. But when he was like, "Let's run that back," I was like, I don't know about
yeah. I
no
don't know about
trilogy,
that
man.
one. Yeah, I don't know
Nah,
about a trilogy. I mean, maybe if he see, maybe if he won, maybe if he won the second fight, possibly it could have been a trilogy if he won by another unanimous decision. It could have called for a trilogy, but nah, this one basically closed the gap between both fighters. And Chris Colbert is a hell of a fighter, a hell of a boxer, a good boxer. But Venezuela proved that there's really levels to this man, and I think Venezuela got Chris Colbert's number. Honestly speaking, you know what I'm saying. So I wouldn't want to see a third fight. The first fight was a real competitive fight. The second one just went to show that there was no doubt in nobody's mind that Venezuela was going to be the victor. You know, we wasn't expecting him to get knocked out cold like that. But then again, it's like when you don't listen to your corner, and if you do like the knowledge to like, if you ever watch like the Counterpunch documentary on Netflix, Chris Colbert was in it, and if you ever watched it, it would show like how he lacked a lot of discipline. You know what I'm saying? He don't really listen like that. So it's just
yeah,
like Lil B Hop,
yeah,
he lacks a lot of discipline. So in that fight, it showed he wasn't really understanding and listening to his corner. his coach. So you know what I mean. So at the end of the day, like he paid for that in a knockout. He paid for it. So it is what it is. I feel as though Chris could still fight. His career is not over. Me being on social media, you know how boxing fans are. They're very crucial and very harsh. You know what I'm saying? So when he got
Yeah.
knocked out, it was like, nah, Chris Colbert need to like throw in the towel and retire. He don't need to fight no more. And I'm like, nah, you can't do him like that. You know, he can still
No, you
fight.
can't do him like that. He's only 26, 28 years old, I think. No, we
20,
can't.
20, 28, like 28 years old.
28. Yeah, we can't do that. We can't tell him that. If he went through boxing taking serious damage, or yeah, I mean, and you got to remember, he's only 17 fights in. You on milk, wise. He's only 17 fights in. We can't tell him that. Plus, I believe he has a he has a daughter. He is a father. So we can't tell him that. You know what I mean? Now, if you continue to go out through your career like that, then you're gonna have to rethink some things. Cause I don't care if you're 25 or you 40. The sport of boxing has no respect for anybody.
No, it doesn't. And I think if he chooses to fight still, I think moving forward, he needs to stay more grounded, more disciplined. And when your coaches are telling you what to do, listen to what they tell you and stop being stubborn and hard headed and listen to what they tell you because it can save your life if you listen to them. So you know that fight just showed he just lacked the discipline. He just wasn't listening to the game plan or the advice that he was given, and we saw the results. 6th round, that gazelle right hook knocked Chris Colbert to the shadow realm to a different dimension because he was out of it. So that was
Yeah.
crazy. Literally,
Um.
he had an out of body experience that night.
Yeah. And I keep forgetting that him and Rayo was at 35. So now I'm like, does Chris continue to stay at 35, or would it be best for him to go back to 30? Or does it even
Um,
matter at this? Does it even matter in this case?
no. It really doesn't matter. I think he should stay at 135. I know 135 is like a stacked division with like a lot of competitors and a lot of competitors and highly skilled, dangerous fighters. I think he can still compete at 135. I think really it's solely up to Chris Colbert what he wants to do, whether if he wants to stay at 135 or move back down to 130. I still think he could fight and can. I think he can still fight and compete at 135. I think he just needs to be more careful moving forward and whatever game plan that your corner gives you, stick to it and follow it step by step because it can definitely help you out. Because I felt like, you know, as rounds was going, I felt like Chris Colbert was like outboxing Venezuela for a little bit, but again, like as when he started getting caught up in that corner and on those ropes, man, it's like that was like his downfall, beginning to start in the fight. So I think overall I enjoyed the fight. It was very entertaining. But if he would have listened, I think it would have probably went up to 12 rounds, possibly. If
Um,
he,
I don't. Let me tell you. People. They said you can't play boxing. That's the number one
nah,
thing that we always taught. And even when you are a pro fighter and you've been doing it for a while, you can't play boxing. When your coach is giving you instructions, I don't care if you're an amateur or if you're a pro, you have to listen. And even if you did listen, sometimes something still might go wrong. You could easily lose, but you might lose standing up. Nobody wants to lose being knocked clean off their feet. Like he hit Chris hard,
yeah,
where he knocked his soul out. But I'm glad that Chris is okay. It's part of boxing. All I ask that don't y'all go out there making a meme of it because a lot of y'all hate Chris Colby for y'all personal reasons. He's arrogant, he's cocky, he doesn't listen. That's cool, but don't go making memes out of it. And I know some of them are gonna do it anyway. I guarantee you, right? The David Morrell, the Bear Bear Rodriguez, everything else that's coming up this week, none of that's going to be talked about that much, like how people are going to talk about what happened to Chris Colbert. Watch how everybody's going to want to just bash him and just make a meme out of it. I mean, people could do whatever they want. I'm not doing it. I'm saying that I'm glad that he's okay because when I see that happen to a fighter, I get concerned. Especially he's a father, so I'm just glad that he's all right. But hopefully when he comes, but probably it's probably gonna be a while before he comes back because you need time to come back from that. And don't they put you on some type of suspension? That's yeah,
Yeah,
what did they
I
put
think
you on?
it's like a 60-day suspension if I'm not mistaken. So you're going to be suspended for 60 days before you can fight again. That's kind of almost like when you get injured, like in the NFL when players get injured, they get put in a
Yeah.
concussion protocol. It's kind of like that almost.
And you know what's so crazy though? And I don't know if anybody ever thought about this. You know how after your suspension is up and they tell you, yeah, you're eligible to go fight again. Dudes don't take advantage to do that.
Nah, they
Like,
don't.
what I mean by that is, okay, I'm 60 days cleared. I can go back into training camp, and here it is. You won't see him till 5, 6 months later, and it's like, where you been all this time? Like,
Which is
yo, you know what
true.
I'm saying? Jeff
Which is
Spark, what's
true.
up? Peace, my brother. Peace, 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 peace. Yeah, you know what I mean. But it was great for the most part. Now, David Morrell,
Yeah, that
your
fight.
boy, your boy Morrell. Hey, I need him to relax. I need
What, relaxing apart when he called out David Benavidez?
No, 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 no. He didn't have to do that man like that last time, man.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
He
I
didn't have
knew
to do that
eventually he was going
man
to
like
stop him.
that.
I knew he was going to stop him. I didn't think it was
I,
going to be
I
that
didn't, I
early.
didn't, I didn't think he was. I didn't. I can't say what I was gonna do because I watched dude before fight the other dude. I watched him,
Right.
so I'm like, all right, it's gonna be a little. It's gonna be an okay scrap. Dude seemed like he had no type of in my from what I saw, he couldn't do nothing with him. He couldn't do nothing with He couldn't do nothing with David. David had him so confused, and that referee stopping that fight was a great idea. I'm glad that ref stopped the fight. That referee
Right.
stopping the fight saved him because when that ref jumped in, when he once first of all, if you notice when David hit him, he he was
He
kind of
blocked
like,
his
you know what I'm saying?
face.
Yeah. And when I saw that, and that was even before David got him in the corner. Before David got him in the corner, then he did it again. I was like, okay, at some point this fight is gonna get stopped. I think David knew that when he saw him in that corner. He started loading shots, and he was hitting them with some hard shots. I was like, he's not coming out that corner. He's not coming out
Well,
that corner. And he never came out that
yeah.
corner.
Well, but you know what though? The way how the fight started from beginning to end, even in the beginning, the way that Morrell set his shots up properly and how clean he was landing them, I was like, yeah, this fight's gonna get stopped. This way he was punching them at, how he was punching them, the angles he's shown in that ring. I'm like, yo, they're gonna stop this fight eventually because he was catching them with some real good, heavy, hard, clean shots. I was like, yo, he walking them down, all of this stuff, he punching on them. And I was just like, yo, this fight it's about to end. So I think he got stopped in what, the second or third round? It was one of them, second or third round, he stopped him.
I think it was second.
Probably the second round he stopped him.
Might
Yeah,
have
it
been the
was it
second
was
round. I'll
early.
go back to the tape. I record, so I'll go back to it. But it was it was if the referee didn't stop it, it could have ended. It could have ended with him getting knocked out. That's how I saw it ended. If the referee didn't jump in, I saw him get knocked out, clean out too,
Yeah,
clean.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what though? I would have thought the fight would have been a little bit more competitive because of Agbiko, but just of who he is, being like an explosive knockout artist, of him being who he is, I would have thought he would have made the fight at least a little bit more competitive. But he actually didn't because as soon as he started getting hit, I just started seeing the expression of his face like, yo, this shit hurt. I could feel it. This dude hit real hard
Now let me
and it
ask you
hurts.
now. This is where we separate the men from the boys.
Right.
Who had a better performance in their last one, Morel or Benavides? Who were you impressed with the most?
Now, when you talk about Benavidez' performance, you talking about with Andrade, or
Yes,
with
yes, yes, yes.
I'm more impressed with Benavidez because I'd say Benavidez because Benavidez showed a lot of growth in this fight. his last fight with Andre. He was more defensively responsible. Benavidez actually pushed the pace and sped up the pace a little bit more in his fight with Andre. He fought a lot faster than he would normally fight because when you deal with a guy like Benavidez, he's a slow starter because a lot of times he likes to download his opponent's data and see what they do. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So Benavidez downloads data as you hit him, and whatever you do, he downloads data
that's a
and he
crazy way to
stores it.
put it.
For real, he downloads data.
Damn.
So he kind of figured like, okay, I dealt with a slick, boxer with good footwork like Caleb Plant. So now I know how to deal with a guy like Andre. He didn't really have to start off slow. He started off pretty fast. So to see him stop Andre in the sixth round, I wasn't surprised by it. I'm like, yo, Andre's gonna get stopped. I know Zeus was like, I think Boo Boo gonna show the world. Da, 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 da. I'm like, nah, I don't think so, because I would say even though Boo Boo was a world champion before, whatever the case may be, if you really look at his resume, he really hasn't fought like higher level opposition like that, like really super duper elite competition that make him like
Well,
really
it's
step his
level.
game up.
But that's why we say it's levels to
Absolutely,
this. It's levels,
absolutely.
and people. You know what's so funny is when it happens, this is the thing that pisses me off. We make it seem like the fighter who won the fight is not who we thought he was, or we go out our way to say, well, we don't give what it is, right? We don't give that fighter credit enough for stopping a guy that everybody thought he couldn't stop. And it's like we take the credit away from the person, and then the fighter that got beat, we don't give that fighter enough credit. Well, who did he fight? He never fought anybody, but I'm like, it's not the point.
Right,
That man was undefeated, just like that man was undefeated.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to give credit on both sides. You know what I mean? But it was great. Now we have to see if we can have the build up, or we can get both Davids. But for some reason, I like David Morrell, and I'm not
I
picking
like it.
sides. It's just something about that Benavides, though, man.
It's that pressure, man, and it's just like Morrell says he's ready, and I know, D Free, says that the fight didn't happen because um, the Benavidez team was like scared to make the fight. But in all honesty, I felt like the fight wasn't made because all for the simple fact of the matter that I think truly Morrell's team really thought in their hearts and minds that they were not ready to take up a fight, with Benavidez because Benavidez is a different monster. That's cool,
Um,
What have
I
you?
think
Yeah,
my thing is this, because and we're coming into 2024. We don't have no room and no space for call outs and people ducking. We don't know who Canelo has on Cinco de Mayo. I feel in another 4 or 5 months we can get both of the Davids. If we can just get both sides to come to an agreement, and then money makes sense because money does play a role in it, we can have something beautiful. Hell, I wouldn't mind seeing both of them on Cinco de Mayo because I don't have time to keep waiting to see what Canelo's doing. Canelo
yeah,
knows what he's doing. And then they talk
right.
about waiting until next September to see Canelo, and I'm not trying to wait to see Canelo and no damn David, and I mean Canelo and David in damn September. But if it takes that long, whatever. But we need to get both of the Davids together. Yeah, I see you going back into work, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to get back to chefing it up. So when you like this, I got to call you Chef Wise when you on here.
no
I
doubt.
mean,
Well, look,
man,
I'm gonna holler at you later, man.
yeah, you already know, man. Appreciate you for coming
No
up.
doubt, no doubt.
Doubt. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shout out to my brother Wise Understanding, aka Chef Wise. That's my brother right there, Jersey in the building. Yeah, so y'all, you know what? You know what'd be crazy? Boo Boo's gonna need a comeback fight, and Beaker's gonna need a comeback fight. Maybe those two could see each other. David beat his opponent last night, and the other David beat his opponent. Maybe the two losers can meet each other, and hopefully we'll get Caleb Plant, Jamal Charlo. 68 is busy, man. 68 is very busy. 68 is very, 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 very busy. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. So yeah, it's very busy. Um, hey, listen. You know what? I want to come back to talk about the Bad Bam Rodriguez and Sonny. That's one I didn't get to check out. Like I said, there was so much boxing going on yesterday, y'all. I didn't get to see nada. I didn't get to see anything, and I dipped out. I was kind of I had so much going on. I didn't get to see any of that. So I'm gonna come back and speak about that. That might necessarily be right now, but I'm definitely gonna make it my business to come back and talk about that. So we got last night out the way. How ready is David Morrell? How ready is he for Benavides? We won't know. I'm hoping after last night, because it's funny, David just fought not that long ago, and then now this David fights. So maybe he saw something last night that could have impressed him, didn't impress him, and then probably say, let's set it up next. I'm hoping that that's the next person on his list, both of the Davids. And if not, I'm not going to be like everybody and spend weeks arguing and talking about it. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. So, like I was saying, hopefully somewhere down the line, those two will meet. But if not, we're not going to drag it. I'm not going to drag, these fantasy fights. Some of you going to say it's not a fantasy fight if they're in the same weight class. Well, it's a fantasy fight if it don't happen. And that's in any weight class. So hopefully they'll come to some type of agreement. It can happen. I think 2024 will be the year. This year we got to see everything, or just when we thought we was gonna see everything. Here's December 23rd. So everything we asked for is here, baby, and here it is. We Christmas really came early this year. If you think about the fights, all the fights that we had, and then now we got December 23rd. Can't ask for more. But it was dope. I got to go back and look at the Bam Bam Rodriguez. I might come back. Maybe tonight I'll come back, yo. How about that? How about tonight I might come back? I might come back tonight to talk about that one. I'll come back to talk about the Bam Bam Rodriguez. That would be that would be let me see what time. can't think of a time I could come back to talk about that. I'll think of one. If not tonight, then tomorrow. Tomorrow, that's what I do. And then after that, I'm getting into next card. But I want to say before anything, it's been an honor and a pleasure watching boxing on HBO. Excuse me, HBO. Showtime. See, I got HBO on my mind too. Got HBO on my mind. It's been an honor and a pleasure watching boxing on Showtime. Um, I have been watching it for some time myself to see all the different fighters that have come through the Showtime doors because a lot of them came through HBO. But to see it in is kind of a shock because it's like, damn, when HBO, when that happened, it was like, wow. And the situation with HBO, that just happened not too long ago. What was that, 2018, 2019? You wouldn't think 5 years later it's happening for Showtime. I'm like, damn, like, what are we doing? Top Rank, they had to go hook up with ESPN. Now Showtime has to go hook up with Prime, Amazon. I guess I guess Eddie Hearn and Golden Boy are the only safe ones. No, right? It is what it is. But for me, it's been dope between last year and this year for me to attend to the press conference, the weigh-ins from PBC. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I got to be around history. You know, underrated. What's up, my brother? Shout out to my brother, underrated one, the number one grinder, the best kept secret on social media. Y'all go, y'all go subscribe to my brother, underrated darkness. Go subscribe to him. D free.
What it do, pickles? Everything kosher?
Yeah, you know me, man. I can't call it. Yeah, yeah. Underrated. No, yeah. No more Showtime boxing, brother. Yes, sir. That was last night. That was it, baby. That was it, baby. I felt bad about it though.
Yeah.
I felt bad about. You know what? I felt bad about it, D free. It's not that we won't see boxing, PBC. We'll see him again. It's just that you ever think about the first time you started watching a Showtime fight? Like, what was the first fight that you saw on Showtime that you could remember?
Mike Tyson.
Oh Lord, I
Uh,
knew it would be him. Lord Jesus,
that was the first person I seen on Showtime. If
Lord.
I'm not mistaken, he Mike Tyson was the first person I seen on Showtime.
And and when you
Yeah.
saw him, who was he putting to bed? Who was he putting to sleep?
Who was it that he fought? Uh, I can't remember exactly who it was he fought. I can't remember exactly who it was, but it was like
What
one of
was
his
this? Was
first.
this? Was this when he came home?
Yeah, this was shortly after he came on. This is right when I think this is when he left HBO and he went to Showtime because HBO wanted to put on I think they wanted to premiere Holyfield, I think. And so Mike Tyson left to go start up with Showtime. He didn't want to be on HBO no more.
Yeah, yeah. I seen the majority of Mike's fights on Showtime.
Yeah, this was yeah,
The most,
this was
the most.
after the Buster Douglas situation.
Okay, I think for me the most memorable time that I had probably with Showtime is when Showtime and HBO hooked up for the Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis. That was a classic.
Yeah,
That was a classic because it was like it got both networks to work. Like that's crazy. And mind you, both networks was in competition. So to see that happen for me, it was just like, oh, okay, we got to see how this works, and it definitely worked. That's why today I'd be like, when I see certain people that be like, yo, it's not gonna work because of networks. I'm like, man, you don't get the hell out of here. It worked before. We can make it
right,
happen.
right.
That's why I don't be trying to hear that though, man. But so give me your give me your thoughts on last night, man. What did you feel about last night? I didn't get to see the. I can't get into the Bad Man Rodriguez and Sonny. I didn't see it. Maybe you can break down. But how did you feel about the Showtime card?
Um, the Showtime card. I mean, it was good. I mean, you had the rematch of Guerrero versus Andre Berto. That was a pretty decent fight. It was two guys that was 40 years old and they wanted to get back in the ring after being out the ring for damn near 10 years. Um,
Yeah,
if not longer. It was like close to 10 years. But that was a good fight. It got the competitive. Well, got to be intense was like the middle part of the rounds. The earlier rounds it was kind of slow, and it got competitive towards the middle of the round.
break it up a little bit, D3.
Then oh, hold up, hold on,
Yeah,
hold on, hold on. My joint was picking up the Wi-Fi.
yeah.
Yeah,
Underrated.
but
What up?
yeah, it got competitive towards. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you said what?
This one is, that thing is stupid as hell. Ah, oh, let me go out, come back in.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? What up, everybody? Up here with my brother D3 just getting his audio together. Smash that like button on your way in and on your way out. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is where it goes down there. No Doug Zone podcast. Back at it. You know, fresh off a fresh off the USA Metro event last night.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, nah. My joint was picking up somebody else's Wi-Fi, but yeah, nah. It was a decent fight. Like I said, it got to be competitive towards the middle part of the round. I mean, well, entertaining towards the middle part of the round, and then
yeah.
um, we got a chance to see the rematch of Chris Colbert and El Rayo, and El Rayo did what he should have did in the first fight and step on the gas and take Chris Colbert out. I mean that fight. It was no doubt in my mind that El Rayo was going to stop Chris Colbert. I just I just didn't know when it was going to happen. Um, but I mean,
I didn't think he was gonna do that though.
I thought he was going to do it in the first fight, but he let off the gas in the first fight.
Yeah, he did. But last night I didn't. When he hit him, do you realize when they slowed that video down, Chris was already out on his feet before he even hit the canvas?
Yeah, yeah.
And I
Uh,
didn't think he was gonna get up. Like when he laid there, the way his body was positioned, I said he's hurt. He's hurt. He's not getting up.
Yeah,
And I'm just like, damn, man, this ain't the way I wanted to see that end. But
it
he's,
was for me.
see, you would be the damn. You
I don't like Chris Colbert.
a lot
I
of
don't,
people don't like him. Chris, what's up, my bro? Yeah, a lot of people don't like him for their personal reasons, and people say he's arrogant, he's cocky. He
I don't
said
like him.
his he says
I
his own
don't.
people don't support him, and yeah, he said some things.
Yeah, I don't like him because he want to be Mexican all of a sudden. Nigga, nigga, you far from Mexican.
Look, man, look, uh, it, it's crazy because I'm like, damn, man. And then when he got up and he was just like, yo, let's run it back, and I'm like, oh, I don't know about a trilogy.
You
I
can
don't
run it
know
back
about
if you want to. You gonna go to sleep again? You should have went to sleep the first fight.
well,
You got lucky.
well, Ryo told him what he told him in the last fight. What Chris told him in the last fight, like, no, ain't, ain't gonna be none of that. And I don't blame Ryo. Ryo's like, yo, it ain't gonna be none of that. Now he like on some. I want Tank. You know what I'm saying? I will. You know, he's going after the big fish, and I'm not mad at him for that. I would love
Yeah,
to see that.
I
I would
wouldn't.
love.
I
I
wouldn't.
would love to. Hey, I'd love to see him in Tank. 'Cause eventually, Tank gonna have to come outside. Somebody.
No, I don't want to see it. For one,
Yeah,
everybody
he
gonna
said.
say,
Yeah, he said run it back. Hell no. Yeah, yeah,
no. Everybody gonna say, oh, Tank fighting another Mexican. Everybody gonna say Tank brought him up from 130. And man, El Rayo's gonna get stopped within the first 5 rounds.
yeah. What do you want to see Chris do? Despite on how you feel, you think 35 is good for him, or should he go back 230, or it doesn't matter? I asked Wise before you came up here. I asked Wise understanding the same thing. He said it. He said it didn't matter if he stayed at 35 or 30. It's not going to matter.
I want him to get in there with Gurry so Gurry can put him to sleep for good.
Gary who?
Mr. Gary Russell.
Oh hell no, man. What you? I guess you never got past that video at the Barclay, huh? Never got
Nope.
past that one, huh?
Nope.
You, eh, I don't want to see that because that'll just.
I mean, Mr. Gary Russell so just good enough for him to smack a nigga right now.
Here you go. You're boxing with Chris. You see what I got to deal with, bro? Got to deal with this nut. This is what I got to deal with. I'm just, now he's going to be on that with 60-day suspension. And feel like probably even after his suspension is up and he's cleared to come back. When you get knocked out like that, let's just be real, bro. There's not a there's not enough say so for you to come back and you feel good because you need some time. You know what I'm
Dog,
saying?
did you see
People don't just
how long he sat out when Hector Garcia beat the snot out of him? That man didn't get knocked
yeah,
out, and he sat out
yeah.
for a year.
This is what I'm saying. So even if he has 60 days, we probably won't see him to the end of next year, maybe the year after.
We're gonna
And
see him
that's what kills me
2025.
about yeah, that's what kills me about these dudes, right? Because all of something, mental health and depression kicks in. There's nothing wrong with you taking some time off, but some dudes they do they and I'm not saying he's gonna do that because it's not my job to say what he's gonna do. But I'm just
No,
saying from experience, dudes do that.
dog. If you can't look at Chris Colbert and tell that he's dealing with some mental issues, the nigga that came in the ring with pink hair, red hair, gray hair, green hair, every hair under the daggone rainbow, and he think he Mexican. There's something really mental wrong
Guys,
with that dude.
people hate on Tank too much. 20 million offer. Um, People are gonna feel how they feel about Tank. They're gonna feel how they feel about Shakur. They're gonna feel how they feel on Devin. I'm not in no position to hate on no man because I'm not getting money with these dudes. They don't pay my bills, but I damn sure help to pay theirs because we order the fights. Um, we sit up here from Monday to Friday talking about it. We pay to go to these fights. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, people are gonna hate or feel some kind of way because they want to see him in the best fights. We all do. We all do. We all at some point want to see these three that's undefeated at some point see each other. It might happen, it might not happen. I don't sweat it though, bro. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But if you give me a 20 million offer, shit, you give me 1 million. Me and you could fight in the McDonald's parking lot. Give me
I
20. I'm with it.
yeah, I hear people talk about that 20 million. I don't know what was the stipulations of the 20 million or whatever. So
I don't either.
I'm not even speaking on it because yeah, it's 20 million. But what is the stipulations for the 20 million? Because
Well,
if the man got to sign at the zone to get the 20 million, he like, man, I ain't doing that shit. I'm not signing with the zone. So I don't know. I don't know
oh,
what the
that's
stipulations, so I'm not speaking on it until I see what was the offer and what was the contract that he was supposed to sign to. I'm not speaking on it.
yeah. He's well, as far as the credit, it's hard to get credit in this sport for anything you do. When you doing right, you don't get credit. When you doing wrong, you're not getting credit. Shit, Devin doing everything under the sun and moon that he's supposed to do, and they won't give you credit. This is just a sport that's unhappy. You can't please everybody. You damn sure can't please these so-called casuals. You can't please people. You just can't. You can be undisputed in goddamn 5 different weight classes. Somebody's still gonna go out their way to say who you fought though. Oh, he ducked him. Oh, when he was supposed to fight him, he didn't. Yo, it don't matter what you do, man. They're never gonna credit you on anything, bruh. You can
Yeah,
make it to the Hall of Fame, and you can make it to the Hall of Fame, and they still gonna pop shit about you. Yeah, I don't give a damn.
yeah. I mean, Floyd Mayweather still get criticized for the people that he fought. He's like, oh, he fought
Hell
them
yeah.
at the time that he wanted to fight them, but they forget about the time when he was Pretty Boy. He was trying to fight all of those guys, and they wasn't trying to fight him. They forget about that
Um,
time.
and a lot of people, not to name drop, a lot of people in that 96, 97, 98, probably to 99, 2000, 2001 era was ducking Floyd.
Hmm.
We ain't got a name drop. If y'all know, you know. Well, ain't nobody ever ducked Floyd, but I can tell you who Floyd ducked. Stop. I hate when y'all do that shit.
No,
Don't do that.
I mean, we could talk about all these guys that was a lot of people favorite fighters, like the Costa Zoos and the Sugar Shanes and the Manny Pacquiao, all those guys.
Like,
The Prince. I mean, a lot of them guys didn't want to get in there with Floyd when he was Pretty Boy.
yeah, it was cutting corners. Who? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
So,
So as I said, I mean, people you always gonna find people that's not gonna like you or he didn't do enough or whatever. There's always
yeah,
going to be somebody say, "Oh, he didn't do this, he didn't do that." So I don't care. I mean, like I said, even
it's no different. You
If
know what?
Tank
It's
was to
no
go in there
different.
and fight Loma, fight Devin, fight Shakur, and beat all of them, stop all those guys, they're gonna say, oh well, he didn't fight them when they wanted to fight him. He waited or this and that, or Tank Davis put a hydration clause in it, or whatever. They're gonna find something to say something bad about the why Tank won or whatever. So I don't care. I mean, like
And
I said, I
and
like all
then
those guys. Ain't none of them my favorite fighter anyway, so I don't care.
the killer part is they still then they'll go out their way to bash the other fighters. Well, I told you Shakur wasn't that. I told you he wasn't that good though.
Yeah.
Told you he wasn't that good, Devin. I told you Devin ain't. I told you he was pillow fisted.
Oh, speaking of, wasn't that good? And I told you so. Where the hell is Zeus at? All this
Oh,
daggone
I
so
sent
they
him. I sent him the link, and
all this
he might be in the middle or something. I sent him the link
all
twice.
this Sedation Green. I told him Sedation Green wasn't ready for no
Oh, damn it,
daggone
damn it,
Carissa.
damn it, damn you, D free. I
I told you
almost
she
forgot
wasn't.
about to talk about that.
She
What the
wasn't ready
hell
for no
happened?
Carissa. I told you she wasn't ready for Carissa. I told you.
Hey man, that girl boxed circles around her.
No, she had the perfect game plan for it. She smothered Sedacious Power. I'm
I
like,
ain't gonna lie.
she had a perfect game plan. She caught Sedacious with a couple of shots and then smothered the Power. They were like, oh, she was holding. Well, the referee didn't warn her for holding, so I'm not using that as no
What you
reason
want?
why
What you? If the ref is in that ring for a reason, what you want me
he
to do?
right. He didn't warn her about holding.
Oh,
All they
oh, I
all,
guess.
all they warned about was the hit behind the head. I saw the warning about the hit behind the head, but I ain't seen no warning for
If
holding.
the referee doesn't say anything, what you want me to do? Take a point for myself?
Right. I mean,
That's what the
Sedacia
ref is there for.
Sedacia was supposed to not let her hold. Shit. Take a step back. When she come lunging in, take a step back and throw an uppercut. If your ring IQ ain't that smart, then you definitely ain't good enough for Carissa.
No, because Frenchon is good, and she's not even as good as Carissa. So you ain't you if you couldn't get past that test,
No, hold
you
up.
definitely wasn't going to get past a Carissa.
Franchise is good. She ain't as good as Carissa, and
Yes,
she ain't even as good as Savannah Marshall.
yeah,
Savannah Marshall
yeah,
just took the titles. She just
yeah.
got one of them. She got
So
one of them
so
back.
yes, so that shows you, like I told Wise, it's levels to this.
Yeah,
French arm told her, she showed her, it's levels to this.
and
So,
I thought Sedacia was going to stop franchise. I had Sedacia stopping her because franchise she has horrible defense and she has a stamina problem. But
well,
she
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 came in there mighty different though. I
yeah
don't know what the hell that was.
she had a hell of a game plan, and that shit worked.
She must have had her Cocoa Puffs.
I don't know what she had, but that shit worked. Whatever she did, it worked.
It were, and she showed there's levels to this. So now, because I didn't hear Carissa say anything, I heard her giving her props to Cruz. But do we see that? Do we see that get back
For who?
for Cruz?
Cruz and Savannah.
No, I'm talking about her and Carissa. Or do we have to just wait and see how that plays out?
Um, I gotta. I think Savannah gets the first shot at franchise because if I'm not mistaken, they put Savannah in recess unless they strip the belt completely. I think they put her in recess. If they didn't put her in recess, then I mean we could see the get back. I mean I don't think it's going to be no different. But if Savannah is in recess, she gets the first shot at franchise Cruz when she comes back.
So I
Because
guess now, I guess
if she's in recess and she wants that belt, regardless if there's a mandatory or not, um, Savannah Marshall supersedes all of that because you're not the champion until you beat the champion in recess, unless the champion in recess don't go for that belt. So if Savannah is in recess and she comes back and she goes to fight somebody else, Franchise Cruz is officially the WBC champion with no stipulations. If she's in recess and she comes back and she wants to fight Franchise Cruz has to beat Savannah Marshall to become she will become undisputed, but she will be the the champion. She will become undisputed because Savannah Marshall has the other three belts. But that's the way it works when a champion is in recess. When that champion comes back and that champion wants to fight for that belt, they get first crack at it over everybody. I don't care if it's a unification. I don't care if it's a mandatory. They get first crack at it because they are the priority over everybody else. They are the priority.
yeah. Well, we see how that first Savannah Marshall and Cruz fight went.
Oh, he said she is a champion in recess. So yeah, so Savannah Marshall gets first crack at it if she comes back and she wants that title.
I'm
She
afraid when you say crack, because that's exactly what happened when Cruz got into it with her the first time. She got cracked. Like
I mean,
rematch.
If Cruz come in there and fight like she fought on Friday, if she fights Savannah Marshall that way, she might win.
Yeah, because fighting, like, not to hype Savannah up, right? But fighting her is like fighting Terminator and damn RoboCop. That girl got a strong ass neck, man. This is
Mm-hmm.
it's something about that damn Savannah boy. You got to get her. You got to get her up out of there. But hey, if she's next in line, then hey, I want to see it. I want to
Yeah,
see it. Make
yeah.
it happen. Yo,
I
but
mean,
answer this for me though. Since we
what's
since
up?
we on the ladies, I want to get on the ladies real quick because I it was something the other day that disturbed me. And this is me and your girl. This is our girl, and I love her. What is this with this Alicia Baumgartner calling out Carissa?
She wants to get beat up. She want to fight Carissa at 47. I mean, no.
Hey,
So
I'm not making the rumor up. I'm not making the
Alicia is a
rumor
good
up.
fighter. She's a good fighter. She's a good fighter and all. But you're not. I don't care who you are. You are not beating Carissa Shields with a stamina issue. You're not. You're not coming in and just think you just gonna knock Carissa out and you got stamina problems. It's not
I'm,
gonna
I'm,
happen because Carissa is built to fight 12 rounds. She's built to fight 12 rounds. You're not beating her with a stamina issue.
hey,
And
people see a sparring video and see her get knocked down and go, "Hey, I want to fight Carissa," but she says she been told her. She says, "So I can't use the sparring video." She says she been came up to her one day in the gym and told her, and Carissa told her like, "You
you
too
too small.
small."
Right. She is. She is. Now people talking about Carissa ain't got no power, she ain't knock nobody out. She fuck around and knock out Alicia Bungana, they fight. Alicia is too small for Carissa. She's too small.
147.
So
Hey,
I
close.
mean, she wanna get in there with her, by all means, go ahead.
You
But you
know
gonna
what?
get beat up.
Even if Carissa did make 147, I don't think she can either. But it ain't my job to say. But even if she did, that shit will still go left for Alicia. It will still go left. It will go left. It will go
She gonna
so
get beat up.
left.
She gonna get beat up.
Yeah, yeah. It. So when she said it, I said, "Huh." We usually see this in men's boxing. You don't see it too much in women's boxing, where the little one calls out the big one. But I'm like, you see it happen in men's boxing. Is this a possibility, D Free, that it could the powers that be will allow this to happen? Yeah, not a
Yeah,
good fight.
yeah.
Will the
She
powers that be allow that fight to even happen? Like, can we even see something like that in 2024? Can you imagine it? Alicia Baumgartner versus Carissa Shields.
no, what y'all gotta understand is that girl will
Sheesh.
be Alicia Bungard will be moving up what, two weight classes, if not three? I think it's
Yeah.
two.
She's
You
at
are
30.
you
Ain't she at 30?
Yeah, I think she is. I think she's at 30.
Oh shit.
So that's three weight classes.
Oh man.
You already have a stamina problem. You don't
Yeah.
think putting on more weight is going to drain your stamina even more? You put that means you have to put on 17 pounds. You have to put on 17 pounds. That's You're not going to move around the ring like you did at 130. You're not going to have the stamina that you had at 130, and your stamina at 130 is not that great. You're not going to have that stamina that you had at 130. So
Yeah.
it's all bad for Alicia Bungana. It's all bad for her.
Yeah. I when she was talking, she told her, we both from Michigan. We could do it in Detroit and da, da, da. And I'm like, yo, oh Lord. She's dead serious. I'm like, is she looking for a payday? Or is she daring to be great? Which one?
She daring to be dead. No, I just no. That's like That's like
You ain't shit, D.
no, that's like Bud Crawford talking about I want to fight David Morrell. Nigga, is you crazy?
Well, when he was talking about Canelo, I don't know how nobody felt about that. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. I mean, Canelo, he
yeah,
has
but
more
at
of a
68,
dog.
I'm like,
He has
Bud,
more of a chance with Canelo than he do with David Morrell. Like
hell
I
no.
don't think he got I don't think he got a chance with Canelo neither, but he has more of a chance with Canelo than he do with David Morrell. No, but no, no, that's not gonna it's not gonna work. Not
No,
We just seen Jamel Charlo do it with Canelo. He moved up two weight classes to fight Canelo. You think
yeah,
and Jamel Charlo is a better fighter than Alicia Bungardner? He's a better
I,
fighter than her.
I think she could be looking, in my opinion. I don't know if she's daring to be great or she's looking for a good payday. It's
No,
one or the other
she
because
looking for a payday. She
it's
looking
got
for
to
a
be.
payday, and she just think she always think that Carissa can't punch. That's her thing. She thinks Carissa can't punch. She
How?
got a she got a few knockouts or whatever, so she believes she's the bigger puncher than Carissa. Cause she said that before when Carissa beat I forgot who she beat. She was like, "Oh, you can't punch this and that or whatever." And she said that before. But all right, go ahead, get in
Once
there
she
with
took
them.
the time to look at elite her fights, like what
I
is
don't
see?
I
This
don't
is what
think
I'm saying.
I don't think
Outside the
Alicia could
ring,
beat Amanda Serrano. I don't think she could beat Amanda Serrano, let
that's the
alone
fight that we
Carissa.
should be. That's the fight that we should be talking about. I don't get
Uh,
with the whole how you skip over that to go to the top dog. How did we skip over that when
I
you
just
got
told you.
Amanda right there?
I told you why. Because she don't believe that Carissa can punch. She don't believe Carissa can punch. Because Carissa only got what, like 2 or 3 knockouts. So she don't believe Carissa can punch. She knows some Serrano. I mean, she know that Amanda Serrano can punch. She knows that. We all know that Amanda Serrano can punch.
But that's crazy though because you're not even paying attention to all the rest of the women in your division that probably want to crack at you. So forget them because they can punch. But I want to go fight the bigger girl who can't punch,
Yeah. I mean,
who I think can't punch.
so let me ask you this: Do you think Do you think Alicia Bungana is a bigger puncher than Savannah Marshall?
Hell no.
You think Alicia Bungana is a bigger puncher than Franchise Cruz?
Hell no.
These are all the women that Carissa Shields beat.
Hell no. And I
You
like
think
Alicia.
you think you think you
Hell
think
no.
you think that Alicia Bungana is a bigger puncher than Hannah Gabriel?
No. I don't even think she's a bigger. Damn, you know what? I'm not gonna say that because then people are gonna be like, you capping. I was gonna say I don't even think she's a bigger puncher than Rolly Romero. And Rolly can crack. He may not have the
Shit.
best skills that we like,
Dog,
but he can crack. So
dog,
no.
ain't no women in the sport, and ain't there is no woman in the sport of boxing that can hit harder than Rolly Romero. No woman.
So no. But this is what I'm saying, D Free. Some people it comes down to this because some people are gonna say this is suicide. This is what it comes down to. Are you chasing money or are you daring to be great?
I think she's chasing the money. I don't think she's there to be great because she ain't gonna be great. She gonna get beat up. I think she's chasing the money.
It's
She
like
know that.
when Bob Arum said when they were talking about Mikey Garcia and Earl Spence. And I remember Bob Arum saying, yeah, I didn't think he was stupid enough to take that fight. We all see what happened to Mikey.
She knows the money is there for Carissa. If she beats Carissa, she knows she's gonna be a superstar, and everybody's gonna want to fight Alicia Bungana because she beat Carissa. She know
But you're gonna have a bad
that's where all the
target.
money
You're gonna
gonna
have a
come.
bad target on your back. You can't deal with Savannah and them. You
No,
can't.
but what I'm saying is she know that the money is gonna come if she beats
Oh yeah.
a Carissa Shield. The money is gonna come. That's what I say. She's chasing the money. She's chasing
I
the
think
money.
even if she lose, that's still a nice chunk of change in her pocket.
Yeah, she gonna get close to $1 million, if not a million.
But answer this for me, D Free. and everybody else answer this for me. Is that shit really worth the ass whipping? Because
Uh,
you're going to. Listen. If people just think that it's not gonna listen, man. I like both of them, but let's just be real, because this is where you separate the men from the boys and all this. Everybody just want to be fans and shit. I'm being real. That's a fight that can go left. It could end bad. She could possibly even get knocked out by Carissa. Didn't she pop for PED? Was it PED? What was it that she supposed to have popped up for? Free. I don't know, because I never entertained that conversation. I never saw anything for it. So I don't know what she popped up for. It was for something she popped up for. I don't remember. But hell, she gonna need a lot of Tylenols and aspirins messing with Carissa. I'm gonna tell you like that. She gonna have a couple headaches. And I like Alicia. I am a fan of Alicia. You know what I'm saying? I really like her. So this ain't talking crazy. This is being real. Because a lot of people are gonna sugarcoat this, and people will just say anything to get likes and views, hoping that their favorite fighters watching this, so they can, you know what I mean? Nah, I'm gonna just be real. It's a bad idea. But I tell you what, and this is gonna sound crazy saying what I'm saying. If the men can do it, go ahead. Why not let the ladies? The ladies are getting 12 rounds, right? Go ahead. I'm gonna speak about that. I'm speaking about it now, but I'm gonna speak about it again since it's the topic. I'm gonna speak about it probably later on this week. I'm gonna speak about Alicia Garbarner. I'm gonna speak about it later this week. Wait for my brother D Free to come back. He might be having some technical difficulties over there, or something, or he might be in the middle of something. I'll wait for him to come back. But yeah, y'all. Smash that like button, y'all, on your way in and on your way out. Yeah, we were getting into this boxing. We were talking about Showtime. We talked about the cards last night. David Morrell. We talked about the legends fighting last night. Robert the Ghost Guerrero, Andre Berto, Chris Colbert, Rayo, um, and 37 years of Showtime, man. I've been watching Showtime for some time. I'm 40, so I've been watching it for some. Yeah, my brother be back. He dropped off. I've been watching Showtime for some time now. So I'm proud to say I've got to see the whole Showtime and HBO. I got to live through all that. I got to live through all that, and I'm blessed, and I'm happy
mm,
about that.
yep, 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 yep.
Pardon me,
It's
I've been here. Phone keeps jumping. Oh, BC, it's all right. It's all good, my guy. It's all good. We just rapping about this whole Alicia Baumgartner and calling out Carissa Shields. Hey, you know what, D? The way I look at it like this, they already gave him 12 rounds. These women are daring to be great, if that's what they're doing. But I can't see I don't know, for some reason, with the men is a
Now,
little different. And even with the men, it's iffy. I can't see the powers that be letting this happen, though.
like, I mean, I could, I mean, I don't mind if it happens. If it happens,
I
it
don't
happens.
mind.
I'm just
Yeah.
going when she get beat up, I'm gonna be like I told you. But I don't mind if it
Because you know
happens.
what? She's not, to put on all that weight and muscle, we seen what it do to people.
Yeah,
We see, we see before the bell even rings. You get everything that we need to know about you is already in that first round,
yeah.
because you're
But
not used to carrying that kind of weight. So it's like for Carissa, that it's like she'll be dancing on cotton.
yeah. Then you asked me with $1 million is it worth ass whooping? I don't know if for her I don't know if $1 million is worth an ass whooping, but for 5 million, I'm trying to get in there with Floyd. I'm trying to get in there with Floyd.
Yo, you know what? Somebody go look at my channel one day and they be like, "Yo, he said this when dude was on Instagram and yo, uh, I'm gonna just tell y'all, right? I'm gonna speak for D3, allegedly, y'all. So anybody who's down with the TMT family, allegedly, nobody goes back and tell Leonard and tell him Floyd and all of no,
You ain't got to
allegedly.
tell Leonard. I already done D'd in him. I already been in his DM. You ain't got to tell him. I told him.
Hey, ain't he out there from where you from anyway?
No, he not from where I'm from. Who you
No,
talking
I'm
about?
talking about he from DC.
Who?
Leonard Ellaby.
Leonard might be. Leonard might be. I never even looked to see where Leonard is from. He might be though. He might
Oh,
be.
hey, Leonard, if you watching this, ignore him. Allegedly, he
You
doesn't
ain't
really
got to
want
ignore
to.
me.
Allegedly,
I want to get in it with Floyd.
allegedly, because if you allow this to happen,
he
what's going to happen
he
is
letting all these
he
he
going to
letting
bring
all
his
these
tasers. He going to bring his baton. It's not going to be a fair fight.
no
Don't do it.
he letting all these daggone these non-fighting YouTubers get in the ring with him. I get in the ring with him and give him a real fight.
Hey, how much information or how much you can tell me about the dude that Jake Paul fought? Who was that dude? He was a pro fighter?
That just called for Floyd.
No, the dude that Jake Paul just slept.
Oh yeah, he was a he was a well is a fighter. He's a pro fighter. He only had 10 fights. He only had 10
Oh,
fights. He is a pro fighter. He had 10
he got a
fights
bag. He got a
with
bag
one
early.
loss.
He only got 10 fights as a
Yeah,
pro, and he got that type of shot at Jake Paul. Oh, he got his bag early. I'm not mad at him.
yeah.
I'm not mad at him. He got an early bag. I'm not mad at him.
I mean, he's a 35-year-old prospect. The man, 35 years old, only got 10 fights.
35. He
Yeah, he's
came in
30.
late.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's what I'm
mad at
saying.
him.
He's a 35-year-old prospect.
Hey, I'm not mad at him. He made some money. He knew what he was doing because he already know I don't have 5 or 10 years more in this sport.
Yeah, right.
He knew that. Oh, I need something that's going to secure me and my family. Something that I can flip the money when I get it to keep. I'm not. You know what? I'm not mad at him. I'm not going to sit there and say that's what's wrong with boxing. I'm not going to do that because there's a lot of prospects right now that's damn near 30. They damn near 30, and sometimes you walk into the sport late. It happens. It happens. But if you find any way to try to provide for your family, because that's what a real man does, I'm not mad at you, bro. Go ahead. He made an early bag. 35 years old. Hey, look, go ahead.
Yeah.
He got he almost got his head taken off his damn shoulders, but he made him a nice change. I ain't mad at him.
Yeah.
I'm not. I
He
can't.
probably got a couple of 100,000 for that fight.
I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him at all. I just didn't know who he was. Somebody was like, "Yeah, he'll profile," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, I ain't never seen dude."
Excuse me. Yeah, yeah. That's why you ain't seen him because he's a prospect.
Okay,
And he fight at cruiserweight. Don't nobody pay attention to cruiserweight like that.
yo, that's a division that I ain't gonna hold you, man. That might be. It sounds crazy what I'm about to say, but that might have to be a division. They got to get the hell up out of here. Ain't nobody paying
Yeah.
attention to that division, bro.
No, there's a few divisions like that. A few.
Like when they do a
Excuse me.
pound for pound list, who the hell from the cruiserweight is on the pound for pound list?
Nobody. The last person that was Usyk.
Oh damn,
There's
he
nobody right
damn
now.
sure. Yeah, he damn sure was the last person on there.
Yeah, there's nobody now. Usyk was the last one that was on a pound for pound list.
What was the other dude that used to be with Floyd? I don't think he was on there.
Oh,
What's his name?
you talking about Pascal.
No, it's the other
Oh
dude.
no,
What's the
not
other
Pascal,
dude?
not Pascal. It's the other Canadian dude.
Yeah, the other Canadian dude. God damn it, I can't get his name.
I get both of them mixed up. I get him and Pascal
Yeah,
mixed up, but it's not
yeah.
Pascal. It's
It's on the tip of my tongue too, man. It's crazy.
that was the dude that Canelo was trying to get in the ring with.
Yeah.
Canelo was trying to get in the ring
It's
with
gonna
him.
come to me. Watch it come to me later though. That's crazy though. But yeah, he was I think he had went to cruiserweight, but then it's been quiet with him, so I don't know what he got. what he got going on. But yeah, that's a weight. That's a weight they may need to get up out of here. Y'all talking about getting this up out of here? Shit, that might be something y'all got to get up out of here because it's quiet. Unless there's some cruiserweight that could come and do something to catch all of our eyes when we like, yo, you got to watch it. Other than that, man, all them cruiserweights might as well turn heavyweights. Yo, they don't have that bum ass Bridgerweight shit no more, right?
Huh?
They don't have that bum Bridgerweight no more, right?
They
That's
never had
gone,
it.
right?
They never had it.
You never had it, right?
No,
You
they
heard it?
talked about it. They talked about it for Canelo, but then they realized that they're going Deontay Wilder can get into Bridgerweight. And they were like, nah, never mind. Once they realized Deontay Wilder can get in Bridgerweight, they was like, nope, not gonna have that. He's gonna take Canelo head
I
off.
was about to say we can't have no Canelo versus no Wilder, man. Who the hell finna pay to see that massacre?
Everybody would have paid to see that.
Yeah,
That
but
shit probably would.
how do we even make that happen? Canelo's like
No,
5'8", 5'9". Not even because I
no, he
seen him
like
at this.
5'7", 5'8". He
He's like
like your
five
height.
seven, 5'8". He's like my height. Man,
Yeah, he like
hell
your
no.
height.
Not against no dude that's six
No,
six.
niggas would have. No, that shit probably would have did about 3 million pay-per-view. That probably would have been the highest pay-per-view fight of all time.
For what? To see him get squashed like an ant?
Hell yeah. Do you know
So
how
on
many
that,
niggas would have paid to see Canelo versus Deontay Wilder? Man, that shit would have been wicked.
and y'all
They'd have been
fools.
like, they were talking about Floyd and Manny Pacquiao. They'd have been like, nigga, this joint just did 400 million. They
Boy, that was.
just grossed 400 million.
I'm thinking December 20. I'm thinking this week actually.
Yeah, this weekend.
I wonder what those numbers are gonna do. I'm gonna talk about that Thursday, but I'm just even though it hasn't happened yet, I'm just thinking a lot of people are gonna be tuned into that. I know
No,
I
did the
am.
numbers ever come out for Devin Haney and Regis?
I think Bill was speaking about that. I think Bill was speaking. Bill was speaking about it. Was it Bill or Calvin? One of them was speaking about it. I'm gonna look it up because I was looking at it on Fight Hype, and they were saying something about the numbers.
I haven't heard nobody officially say what the numbers were supposed to be.
I don't know. I'm sure that the numbers is good because, like I said, no matter what you do, they're always gonna have something to say, bro. I swear.
Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah, they're always gonna have something to say. Oh, the numbers was this, numbers were that. Like, bro, at the end of the day, stop the hating. Yeah,
Yeah.
pull it up and see if the numbers come up. But it's crazy saying goodbye to Showtime. That shit is crazy, man. It's crazy. And then I'm looking like, damn. I look at Eddie Hearn, right? And then I look at De La Hoya, and I'm like, God damn it. This is what it's this is what it's come
Didn't
to.
do that good. They said that joint did 50,000.
That's because everybody streamed it. Mother. That's why we tell y'all stop streaming.
I don't know if niggas streamed it or not, but that did 50,000.
They streamed it because it's no way nobody couldn't tell me that they wasn't interested in that fight. They streamed it.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that they did. I'm not gonna say they didn't, but I don't think Regis Prograde name is bigger than Loma, and he did 150 with Loma.
Well, yeah, you might have a point.
Yeah, so now I'm not doubting that niggas streamed it. I just don't know how much people were streaming because, like I said, Regis Prograde name ain't bigger than no damn Loma Cinco's.
Yeah. Well, this is why we got to get the fights that we want to see. This is why it's important for him. And in as much as I hate talking about it, but let's just be real. This is why it's important to get him and Tank. It's important, D3. It's important.
No,
What do you think
BC
the
said
numbers?
why people care about the numbers. The reason why people care about the numbers is because people always want to say this person is a bigger pay per view star than that person, and the only way you could tell who's the bigger pay per view star is by the numbers. Or if you say this person is an A side over that person, the only way you can tell is by the numbers. So that's why people care about the pay-per-view numbers when they're fighting on pay-per-view, because that's the numbers is what tells who's the bigger star, who's the A side. It's all about the numbers. How much did your gate do, and how much pay-per-view have you sold? That's what
Yeah,
that's what solidifies your A side status when they go to sit down. Like him trying to get a fight with Tank Davis. Now we know that he conceded his A side to Tank Davis, but say he was trying to keep his he was trying to say he was the A side, and Tank say no, I'm the A side. Well, the only way you could tell is by the numbers. Who's the bigger star? That's the only way
yeah,
you could tell. Who?
yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I know some people don't care, but I'm
some
talking
people
about
don't care.
the people that put these fights together. Those are the ones that care.
Yeah, yeah. They the ones that put it together. Because I'm like you, BC. I never really cared neither, because like you said, I'm not getting under that money. But um like I said, it's levels to this.
See,
Now you can,
I like looking at the numbers because people always say, "Oh, this fight is going to do this. This fight is going to do that." All right, we'll see. And when the numbers come out, the fight didn't do that.
Thomas, what up? Yeah, so that's why it's important to make this Tank and
Because
Devin.
I was one of the ones that said that the Earl Spence and Bud Crawford was going to do somewhere around 5 to 600,000. I was the one that said that. I've never thought it was going to do a million. People start. Matter of fact, I've never heard nobody say a million until after the Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight. That's when people
What
say, "Oh, well,
did
if that fight did a million, this fight definitely going to do a million." Nigga, no, it does. That doesn't mean it's going to do a million. That's a Mexican versus a Black American. Those are two different fan bases. You got two blacks fighting against each other. That's the same fan base.
Yeah,
They fighting to the same fan base. These two are two different fan bases.
yeah. It's two different, and it's always best like that, I guess. Is that the reason why you think Tank keeps getting his opponents, the opponents that he gets, far as them being Mexican, because
Hmm?
it sells better?
You say that again?
Do you think that's why he gets the opponents that he gets, Tank? He gets the Mexicans, and maybe it sells
Yeah,
better in their
yeah.
eyes.
That's exactly the reason why. Floyd said, "I gave y'all the blueprint," and everybody thought, "Oh, you pick and choose your fight." No, it's fighting the Black Americans fighting against the Mexican fan base. I mean, fighting against a Mexican fighter. You got the African American and the Mexican, the two biggest fan bases in the sport of boxing. That's how you. That's the Floyd Mayweather green print, not blueprint. Green print.
So what could happen when we take Tank and we take Devin, and that fight actually does happen?
It's going to do somewhere like Earl Spence and Bud Crawford. It might do somewhere between 500 and 700,000 pay per view. That's two of the same fan bases, the same people that like Tank Davis and hate Devin Haney, or the people that like Devin Haney and hate Tank Davis. It's, they're part of the same fan base. Some people that like Devin Haney also like Tank Davis, and some people that like Tank Davis also like Devin Haney. It's still the same fan base.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's why I tell people when they sit up here through Monday to Friday arguing about these guys, and I go, man, y'all arguing and talking about it is not gonna change what's going on. Um, because they have their mindset on who it is that they want to fight, and if that's who they want to make a fight with, they're gonna do it. So
Yeah.
let's just say if there's Tank and Isaac Cruz next, There's no need for everybody to be up here calling him a duck and scared. He's a punk. He's this and that. Y'all know what it is already, man. Y'all
No,
know what
I've
it
been
is.
told. I told everybody a long time ago. Tank Davis, he fights for the money. He don't care about the belts or whatever. He fights for the money. Whatever fight is going to give him the most money, that's the fight he's going to take. If you got a fight out here with Devin Haney and you can get a belt or whatever, and it does 500 pay per view, 500,000 pay per view buys, and then you got a fight over here with a Mexican that don't nobody knows, but that fight can generate 800,000 pay per view buys. He's going to take that fight that's going to generate 800,000 pay per view buys.
Thomas, what's up, my guy?
What's going on, Thomas? No, I
Pretty
want to
good.
know what else do we need to see from David Morrell now that he didn't put another man to sleep?
You know what? I was just telling Wise. I said, damn, Wise, man, that man right there, boy.
I've
He
been
put
trying to
that
tell these.
man. He put that
I've been
man
trying to
through
tell.
hell.
No, I've been trying to tell these people. They keep saying, "Oh, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't fought nobody." No, there's really not nobody at 168 except for David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, Canelo Alvarez, and maybe Boo Boo if Boo Boo's still fighting at 68. There's nobody else there. Anybody
Well,
else you put him in the ring with, he's going to do the same thing we just seen him do.
I don't
He's
think
going to do the same thing.
the public wants to see that. I believe what we want to see, even though we don't always get what we ask for, but this is the reason why we do what we do. We want to see both of the Davids. And any way you look at it, Canelo can't run. He
No,
can't run in this situation. But
if David don't get the Canelo fight, there's no reason why he should not fight Morrell next. This nigga Morrell told everybody, "I am the monster. I'm all of those daddies." He said, "I'm their daddy. I'm all of their
oh,
daddies. I'm the mount. I'm the monster." Dog.
oh God.
He said he
Hey,
your daddy. He said he your daddy, your brother daddy, and your daddy's daddy. He said, "I'm all of their daddies."
felt some kind of way. It'd be like, yo, like Floyd told him, make the fight. He
No,
talking
if
real crazy. Yeah,
no, if
let's see
if you
this fight.
can't get the Canelo fight next, there's no reason why you should not be getting in that ring with David Morrell. This man then called you out multiple times now. Everybody can say, "Oh, David Morrell never really said that. That was something that somebody else said." Well, you just heard the man after the fight. This man said, "I'm their daddy. I'm the monster, not David. I'm the monster."
Yeah, yeah. So and then I think Benavides has to wait till what they were trying to make the fight with him and Canelo in September. I'm not thinking about next September.
Next
Serious?
September.
I ain't thinking about no damn next
It's,
September. This ain't the.
like I heard somebody talking about, well, if he don't get the Canelo fight, he should go ahead and try to fight daggone Jaime Maguire. For what? What does Jaime Maguire get you? Nothing. But a bunch of people saying
That's
you're
David
ducking David
Morrell.
Morrell. That's what it's going to get you. A bunch of people saying you ducking David Morrell. It's not going to get you no daggone publicity.
It's
I don't
only.
think I don't think highly of Jaime Maguire at all. I don't think highly of him.
I don't
I
care
can
nothing
see
about.
if I can see if Jaime Maguire was one of the top level fighters at 160 and he fought a lot of good people and then he came up to 68. I was like, okay, yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. But no, I don't think Jaime Maguire is a good fighter. I don't think he's good at all.
Nah, I don't. Versus his opponents, no, I don't. Like they was like, yo, get him in there with. They even mentioned. They mentioned Edgar Bellinga. Throw him in there with Edgar Bellinga. I'm like, okay, he beats Edgar. If he beats Edgar, if Edgar beats him, then what? What do we like? Come on, man. We gotta make this shit make sense, bro. None of this makes sense. What are we doing? What are we doing? There's four fights I want to see at 68. Both of the Davids versus each other. Caleb Plant and Jamal. At some point next year, there's no reason why these fights that we asked for don't happen. 2023 have gave us 2023
Yep.
has proved to us that we've got all the fights we wanted to see. Um, and I don't see why that shouldn't carry out to next year. I really don't. I don't see why it shouldn't carry out. We should see Caleb Plant and Jamal next year, and we should see both of the Davids. I'm not sitting around no more waiting to see what Canelo do because I'm really not interested, and I really don't give a damn about him. I've
Nah, not at all.
never did care about him for real, for real. I'm not no hater, but I've never cared. So whatever he decides to do is what he do. But if you're not gonna fight who you should be fighting, dog, then respectfully, just get out of here. When I mean get out of here, I don't mean go find some taxi driver to go fight. Get out of here. Just retire, bro. Leave. Because really, the sport don't need you. It really don't. Don't need you. But then we have this. Well, he can do whatever he want. He can do whatever he want. And when Devin goes to do what he want, he's getting called all kind of names.
I'm so tired of people saying people can do whatever the hell they want, but then they
Right?
complain about this person ain't fighting. Well, if you
No,
tell that person could do whatever he want, what makes you think that this person ain't gonna think he can do whatever he wants?
I don't
Well,
get it.
he didn't earn the right. When did that person earn the right? Last time I checked, you're a champion. You supposed to be fighting your mandatories, or you supposed to be trying to unify the belt.
Oh, he ain't got to do this. He ain't got to do that. I'm hearing this too much. He ain't got to do this. He ain't got to do that. He can do whatever he want. But then this other guy can't do whatever he wants.
I hear that
Yeah,
from too many
Thomas, I got
people.
you. All right, go ahead.
What's going on, Thomas?
I'm tired of people doing that. Oh,
Yeah.
he can't do this. He don't need to do that. If he's not a duck, why he not fighting such and such? But you ain't saying that about your man. My man's a champion. He's a Hall of Famer. He can do whatever he wants. Some of y'all don't be knowing shit about boxing. I don't even know why y'all go out your way to speak it. For what? So your man can do whatever he wants, but my man can't. I don't understand that shit, bro.
No, I don't understand it at all neither.
I don't understand that. Y'all sound real stupid when y'all say that. And then y'all go out of y'all way to argue some shit that don't make no sense. That's why I don't get into debates because it be like you'll upset yourself trying to explain something to somebody who's never gonna get it because they're never gonna look at it from your point of view. And they're speaking on some phone bullshit, so they're never gonna understand what you're explaining to them. They're gonna try to argue when the proof is in the pudding. Like Floyd said, I give you the blueprint. You give people the blueprint, and they still don't catch on to it. They don't get it. It's right there in their face. You're serving them the blueprint, a plate of the blueprint right in their face, and they don't see it. I don't understand that, bro. But your favorite fighter can do whatever he want. He could duck. Yeah, he could duck. He's allowed to duck. He could do whatever he wants. He's the guy. He's the cash cow. Okay. Devin goes all over the world, taking all types of risks just to be great. Does it not once but twice. Comes back here and smokes Lomachenko. Just beat Regis, but Devin still ain't shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. Some of y'all just can't be pleased. That's the problem. Now, what you think about this Tiafimo and Jermaine Ortiz though, Free?
I don't know.
They said that trying to say.
That's how it goes. That's the host.
So Jermaine Ortiz went to 40?
I guess he did. If he's going to fight uh, Tio, I guess he did go to 40.
They just sneaking up at 40. They ain't even giving nobody no memos. They not leaving no. They just going to 40.
Everybody
That's
want
what's
to go to
up.
40. 40 the
Everybody want to
new
be 40 now.
40 the new 35.
Hey, 40 is the new 35. But Tank said, and we at 40. So is there a possibility when we see Tank's next fight, it's not at
What's up?
35, it could possibly be at 40? And if it is at 40, who do you think it could be at 40?
Yeah. Yeah, 40 the new 35.
Yeah, but Tank saying, yeah, we at 40. And I'm like, okay, you at
He'll,
40. So what you saying? Are you saying you and Debbie can get it on? Because other than that, if y'all ain't gonna get it on, then I'm not gonna even entertain it. Because them two guys are being entertained too much. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna entertain it. I want to see is it gonna happen.
What's good, guys? My bad.
what's going on, Thomas?
Chilling,
Thomas,
man. I was just on the phone with with Pedro Fernandez because we just did the radio show, and he usually they do 2 to 4, and I get like maybe like 15 minutes. So today he gave me like 3 segments. We were just talking a lot, and then he cut it after an hour, and he was just telling me how he's cursing the producers out because the video didn't work today. So it was only radio because sometimes we do video too. And he was like, fuck that. I'm not saying it. He was just a lie. He got a story for everything, Pedro. Like he was telling me about just now because he's good friends with Larry Merchant, and he was telling a story about how he choked out Jim Lamley, and it's just so funny. He said, "Yeah, I had to put the police chokehold on that mf'er," and I'm like, why? And he said because Jim Lampley used to beat on his wife and harass his wife, and Jim Lampley went to go choke her or something like that. And it's just the way he told the story. He said, "Yeah, he was like 2 seconds from him passing out. I had to put him in the police chokehold because he used to be a former cop. So he put it in the chokehold. But the way he told the story, I was dying. So he had called me as soon as I pressed the link. He called me. So my bad about that. But yeah,
no, it's all good. We know
he's
you was saying
crazy.
I already seen in the private chat you wrote, so
Yeah,
we was
yeah,
good.
yeah.
We was good
So
on
what's
that.
going on, guys?
No, we was just talking about different things on here. We was talking about saying goodbye to Showtime. As far as the boxing, and we was talking about all the fights from last night. I think Chris Colbert fight was the one that really caught me.
Well, I wish
That
I would have told you what I told D Free, and I told a few people. So last week we had Ofacio. I don't know
yeah,
if you caught any of it. So you know Ofacio from the Bronx.
yeah.
We had him on, and he was saying in the show that he was going to spar with Cobra the next day, Saturday. So, which I
Hmm.
found odd. I was like, because I thought he said he already had sparred with him recently, but no, he was sparring with him the next day. So, I was odd because why are you sparring a week before the fight, right? So that's in my mind, and I was telling Sock the same thing. So then
Yeah.
apparently Sock hits me up, I think on Monday, and he says, "Yo, Facio sparred Chris, and instead of it being in Brooklyn, he pulled up to the Bronx. He came to Underdog, right? The Underdog gym, and they sparred. They did 8 rounds, and apparently Facio got the best of him, 7 of 8 rounds. And he said Chris didn't look too good. He was eager to try to get ready, and he wasn't making it ready. So that told us everything. That he was going to get stopped. We knew he was going to get knocked out.
Wow.
Yeah. So I don't know. D Free's not on, but I did text D Free. I texted a few people. It's like, yo, bet Ryo for the knockout. So, but that's the only reason that I put a little money on it too. So, because Ryo by knockout was plus I think 220.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. But and
I,
and I feel bad for Chris because he's a local guy. He's from New York. But I don't think he's going to be the same.
yeah. Um, I was just glad to see that he was able to get up off the canvas
Yeah.
because that was a devastating knockout. And on top of that, I just told D Free, I said he was out before he even hit the canvas.
Yeah. And it's funny. The round before that, it looked like he took it off to try to gain himself because all he did was block punches pretty much that entire round. Uh, and I don't know if he was trying to tire Ryo out because Ryo looked like he was getting tired because he threw a lot of punches and was just hitting glove. But then
Yeah,
that next round, he just got caught because Ryo was going for it. I mean, Ryo was looking to take his head off. So,
yeah. It
but
was devastating to see that, but shouts to him, and hopefully Chris, he'll recover and be back after 60 days. Because he's gonna
Yeah,
be on suspension. He'll come back and we'll see what happens with him. But how'd you feel about David Morrell?
I thought he looked great. I mean, he looks good, man. I mean, and he's so strong at the same time. Like, I think he might be the best 168, even with 10 fights. The 160. I mean, I think he might be the best at 168. I think he beats Benavidez right now after 10, just 10 fights. But he's got a pretty good amateur career. And he's fought nationals. I think he won gold in the youth Olympics or something like that. I mean, he's
Yeah.
got a lot of amateur. He's been around. He's 28. So I mean, I know people are saying like he's only got 10 fights, but Loma got a championship fight at his second and third fight. Leon Spinks got a championship fight at his eighth fight, and he had a draw on his record, right? He fought Ali. I mean, why can't Morel get a shot?
Well, that's the number one question, and now I'm like, we won't know how good he is, really how good he is, until we can see him in there with Benavidez. I got a thing like this. This is what I say. You can't protect these fighters they have 10 or 15 fights, and when somebody has 30 fights, we're saying don't throw that in there. Don't throw him in there. He's not ready. It's too soon. This is boxing.
Yep.
You think that you're ready to get in there? If you're ready to swim at the deep end of the pool, who am I to tell you not to go to the deep end of the pool? Now, if you can't swim, your ass is going to drown. So let him into the deep end of the pool. If he feels like he's ready to go to the deep end, let him go to the deep end. But we'll never know if he can swim or not because we like, nah, he ain't ready for that. Keep him over here. Keep
No,
him
I
over here.
agree.
We're gonna keep him in 3 feet water. Like, what the hell is that? Like, no, man. Let him go out and be great. You know what I'm saying? Because what they can't do is sit around and wait for Canelo. Canelo is slowly. People are not seeing it. He's slowly making his way out.
Yep.
Boxing. Slowly.
Yeah, I mean, Canelo spends more time in the golf course than he does in the ring. I think he's on a decline, and I know you want the big money fights, but listen, I agree with you. If the fighter and his team think that he's ready now, then go for it. No more of this matchmaking, these trying to get the easy wins and build you up. I think he's got a name already. I think he's well known, and I think he deserves a shot. If not a shot at like a title, maybe a shot at somebody in the top five. Like a contender, just to build up a little bit more. But I think his time is now. If he wants it, go for it. You know.
Yeah. Now we got to wait and see how this plays out. Hopefully, it don't become a on Twitter talking to each other type situation. Usually when you know what I like about Benavidez, forget just what he does in the ring. When he wants to make fights happen, one thing I like about him and Caleb Plant, there's no capping with them. When fights happen, they post it up, they make it happen.
Yeah.
It always happens. Caleb Plant just posted something with him and Jamal Charlo. I'm like, okay. There's some they didn't have to put a date and time. He didn't say like, oh, it's the date's official. I'm like, okay, they're in talks. We can expect in the new year to hear something. In the next maybe month, maybe 2 months, we can expect to hear something. There'll be a fight with them, and I'm hoping at the same time we hear something with both of the Davids, because if they don't fight, then it makes no sense to keep entertaining the conversation. That's what we find ourselves doing out on these YouTube streets.
Yeah.
We entertain all these fantasy fights, and I call them fantasy because a lot of these guys are in the same weight class. And just because they're in the same weight class, that doesn't mean we have to keep sitting up here playing matchmaker. At the end of the day, if these guys don't fight, it ain't shit but a fantasy fight. Like, okay, it's going to happen. And didn't think that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Before, we have to keep that going. What I'm learning not to do is to keep sitting up here talking about the fight that didn't happen. I'm hoping that David see each other. I don't care which one beats the hell out of Canelo. don't give a damn. To be Morel, I don't think that's just my opinion. But either one of them get in there with him. I don't care which one it is. But these two got to see each other. Both the Davis got to see each other.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 1,010%.
Yeah, they got to.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on somebody's shit last night, D3, and I'm like, are we just gonna argue about this?
No, all I'm saying is, hey, he ain't gotta fight him now. Don't fight him now. You let him get some more fights up under his belt. It's gonna be worse for you.
Yeah.
And all your fans. It's gonna be worse for you and all your fans because this man is already a monster, and you want him to get more experience. Okay. All right. I'm trying to tell y'all.
And I agree with that because let's say Benavidez does get a big fight next, right? And let's say he loses. Then he's going to want to fight Morrell. It's going to be worse, right? I'm not saying he would lose, but let's just say, like, the more time you wait, there's a chance you lose yourself and you can put yourself in a decline, you know? So
that man sat on Showtime and said what he said last night. And he said it in clear. You can hear him. He don't speak English well.
That man said, I'm the monster. I'm all their daddies.
He said it clear. Hey, Thomas, all of us done been in New York before. We understand when somebody speak English that good, but you can clearly understand what the hell they saying.
Yeah, that's true.
The man David Morrell sound like one of those Dominicans that's up on the Grand Concourse. I understood him clear when he said,
that is so true.
Yeah, I understood everything that man said.
Everything he said. So
that man learned. He learned 2 sentences, and those was it. I'm the monster, and I'm their daddy. Those are 2 sentences that he learned. If he don't know no other English.
And thank you, Al Heyman.
Thank you, Al Heyman.
I'll tell you, they thank Al Heyman before they thank God.
Right. If he don't know no other English, those the only ones that he know, and everybody understood it clearly.
But the type of person Benavidez is, this is not going to go over his head. You could expect, maybe not now, you could expect some in the next couple of weeks that there's going to be a response to it. If it ain't a response now, it's going to be a response.
No, that man was quiet the last time Morrell called him out. That man was a born-again Christian. He don't fight no more.
Yo, D-Free, did you put any money in the fight when I text you about the Colbert fight? I text you about Colbert and him sparring and everything. Did you put a bet?
I didn't. I got you though.
Huh?
I got you. If you sent the text, I got it.
Yeah, that's man, because I was like, I never get information like that. It's the first time I ever get some inside information. Where, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, man.
I want him a nice piece of change, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Plus 220 for the knockout. Because I didn't pick my decision.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, I didn't see it. If I would have seen it, I'd have definitely put that joint in.
I didn't see the knockout.
Well, I didn't want to say it on anybody's video because I didn't want to, because that information, because that was told to me kind of like in confidence. But I wanted to tell people in private. I texted a few people, but I didn't get a chance to. But I didn't say it on video. I wouldn't do that.
I thought he was going to knock Chris Colbert out because I thought he was going to knock him out in the first fight. He just stepped off the gas.
That too. So
I thought he was going to knock him out in the first.
That was just like extra confirmation.
I started a little worried in the first round. I was like, whoa.
So he almost didn't make it out of the first round. I was like, again? That's what happened in the last fight.
He came straight, but I think he came at him it was a little worse this first round. He came like a speed, and I was like, oh, he trying to get him. He trying to get him up out of here.
Yeah.
You know why he got him out of there this time?
Why?
I bet none of y'all know why he got him out of there this time. I'm the only person that picked it up. That man he's not with Jose Benavidez Sr. no more.
Who? Ryo?
Ryo's
his,
not. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not
because
with
he
Jose
trains in Seattle,
Benavidez
right?
no
He
more.
changed the same gym. Yeah.
He got a new trainer.
Okay. But
Jose was.
he still trains in Seattle though.
I don't know, but
Yeah,
I
I think I don't know if he's from Seattle, but he trains in Seattle. You didn't notice everybody had like Mariner hats. They had the Seattle hat.
he's from either Seattle or from Phoenix. He's from
He
one.
from he's from Phoenix, Arizona, but he trains in
Okay.
Seattle.
Yeah, just like the Benavides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Phoenix is a hot state. He bought some hot shit. He bought some hot shit last night with him, boy.
Yeah.
That was, I
Yeah.
didn't just go out like that, man. But hey, I'm just glad he's alright. That's the part that I'm just glad because I'm telling you, it was looking crazy for him, man. It really was, man.
He was able. He talked a little shit like at the end because Morales said that you could forget about the bet, you can have it, and I think he said something smart. Like we got to run it back. Like we got to have.
We got to do it again, but Rayo said we're not doing that. I want Tank.
Yeah, he's probably I'm sure Tank is. He's in the top 3 on Tank's list now.
Because a trilogy, what is that going to do? 1-1. But if
Yeah.
y'all run
I mean,
the third fight get in one.
he can run it back if he wants to, but most likely it's going to be the same outcome.
Yeah, and I don't think there'll be interest for it.
Rayo's like, look, I'm moving on to bigger and better things.
Yeah,
I want
there's no interest for a third fight, especially after people thought he won the first one. So
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he won the first one, but I said, okay, maybe the judges saw something that you know what I'm saying? Okay, cool.
yeah, it was close. It was close. It wasn't a robbery, but I thought Ryo won the first fight too.
Yeah. I mean, look, man, listen, we all trilogy that we didn't want to see this boxing, anything can happen, but I don't think this is one that is gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Ryo said, I'm not leaving it in the judge's hands no more.
Word.
Chris can always come back when he does. After he has, his suspension. When he comes back, if he wants to stay at 35, there's still something there for him at 35 that he can do. You know what
I think what he has to do, I think he needs to take at least, if he's going to take the next fight, it's got to be like in June. He needs to take some good time, and he needs to be more disciplined and get back in the ring, start working it. Because from what I'm hearing, is that he wasn't ready. That's basically what they're saying, that he wasn't ready for this fight. And when you're saying you're not ready, that means you're doing stuff outside, or you're not training fully, or you're not mentally there.
Who wasn't ready?
That's what I've heard. So I think he needs months to get back in ring focus and then get a fight. Maybe an easy fight and then build himself back up.
The rumor
Who wasn't ready for this fight?
Rumor was Chris wasn't. That's what he was saying.
That's basically what they're saying. That he wasn't. He wasn't really training as hard as he should have.
Well,
that's his problem.
No, of course, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying for him to come back, I think he needs 6 months, and he needs to really focus. Maybe get an easy fight in June, and then come back in September.
How about you just?
It won't be no easy fight. He can get in there with Gary.
Oh no, he's gonna get washed.
That's not happening.
He's gonna get washed.
Got over the altercation at the Barclays Center. He has not got over that. D Free still feels some kind of way about that.
No, I'm gonna call Gary. I'm gonna call Gary and say and tell him Chris Colbert called him a bitch again.
When was that? Was that last year?
Yeah.
Was it?
That was at the Deontay Wilder fight.
Oh, the Deontay fight. Okay, because I met Gary Russell at the Danny Garcia fight. So I met Gary. Yeah. We took a picture and everything. So
that was the fight that Deontay Wilder had, and Gary Antonio had. Gary Antoine had a fight.
Yeah,
that's why they was there. Gary Antoine had a fight.
Okay.
About what happened in Colbert. Damn, I have my tablet in my.
You're breaking up. You heard?
You can't.
You're breaking up. It's like choppy. I don't know if you hear the same thing.
Yeah, you breaking up. You got that Bronx static.
hear me?
That's messed up. Mine is
You
working
sound
fine.
you sound like Max. Remember that old commercial Max?
Free. Shut up. You freaking on my damn nerve. No, that incident happened and I turned back around. All I heard was, yeah, my shoulder doing good right now. I slap the shit out you now. And I'm like, oh.
He's like, my shoulder good enough to slap the shit out of somebody right now.
Chris was like, yo, I spar every day. Like, my gym is right down the block. We go over there and get some work. And I'm like, oh, they gonna. I'm like, come on
That
now.
nigga said, I ain't trying to spar you, nigga. I'm trying to whoop your ass in the ring for some money.
I forgot Gary wasn't Dolo, because you know when they come to Brooklyn, sheesh.
Nigga, we don't go nowhere, Dolo.
I forgot he got the squad with him, so now I'm looking at the squad and I'm like, yeah, this is not gonna go right. So y'all just might want to. But yeah, I thought it would happen. It never did happen, and I'm like,
No,
that's
Chris Cobra be by himself. Don't nobody mess with Chris Cobra like that. He be by himself everywhere he go.
yeah. Nah, yeah, but I'm just glad he's all right. Hopefully he has a speedy recovery and he just thinks about what he needs to do, and hopefully we'll see him come back when his suspension is up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Only people you see around Chris Cobra is two old ass Mexicans. Them niggas like 65 years old.
As a matter of fact, if Brian Corbin's still here, Brian, you got to hold that L. That's for Brooklyn. You got to hold that L, Brian.
Oh man. Oh yeah, Brian. Yeah.
BC got to hold that one.
You got to hold that L for Brooklyn.
Y'all took an L this week. You gotta wait. You better hold. I mean, y'all had a W last week with Shoo Shoo. Then y'all took an L this week.
Yeah.
And
y'all can't win for losing. Every time y'all get a win, y'all get a loss. He said, "Hell no, I don't."
He said,
you know, Brian Coburn and Chris Coburn be hanging out at the little local bar on the weekends.
You find out you be coloring your head like Colbert.
Said that Colbert kid is an idiot. Yeah.
No. Brian, every time BC be with Chris Colbert, he paint his head pink. He ain't got no hair, so he just take the paintbrush and just go over top of his head.
Age.
Man.
BC, how old are you, bro?
BC, he a year behind me. He 46. He a year behind me.
Yeah, he's the same age as me.
Yeah, Colbert is still a good fighter. Wise, we're not taking that from him. He's definitely still a good fighter, but you don't want to start moving down in the rankings. That's all I'm saying. Even though this is his second loss, but this was a knockout. A loss and a knockout to me is
oh my God. These niggas, these dads going. Kansas City about to lose to the Patriots.
They were up 24-10. You serious?
They lost. They behind now.
You serious? No way. No, they're up 10. What are you talking about? It's 27-17.
He said he needs
well, what the hell they talking about? Then they saying Tony dropped leads to INT and Pat scored a few plays later.
I don't know, unless my shit is not there. I'm not watching. I'm looking at on the computer right here.
He said no, gold dust. Yeah, he called him gold dust. I'm done.
He said gold dust?
Who's gold dust?
What he called gold dust? BC called him gold dust. I'm done.
The Jets came back down to earth this week.
It's looking too good. Oh wow.
Wow.
Let me see my fantasy.
My fantasy and my Jesus, man. One league. I was I have Laporta in the playoffs, and then in the other league, I'm going against him. He had 3 touchdowns yesterday. That's crazy.
I'm down to Case Boy by 19 points, but I still got Lamar Jackson. I still got Tony Pollard. I still got who else? I still got Tony Pollard. Oh, I still got the McBride, the tight end for Arizona. I still got some defensive players left to play.
Yeah, I gotta check. I haven't checked that one.
I got a few people left to play. Some heavy hitters.
Yeah, we got
Saquon Barkley and them getting their heads smacked against
The Giants, Saints. The Saints are whipping. That's the game I got on now.
Yo, Thomas, what's up with February 16th, man?
I'm definitely gonna go. I don't see the tickets up for sale yet.
Nah, they not for sale yet.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go. If you're gonna go, I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going.
Sock said he don't want to go because unless Ofacio's fighting.
Oh,
he said
Thomas, I might not be able to do the show on Friday because I'm gonna be in Saudi Arabia for the fight.
Stop playing. That would be. I mean, if you went, that'd be dope because they're gonna put on an event.
Yo, he's entirely too much, bro.
That would be dope, man. I was ready to congratulate you. That would have been dope. Shit.
I'll just put in the two, man.
You got, bro.
I'm trying to run down on Floyd. I'm trying to run down on Floyd.
Somebody, he trying to run down on Floyd. Yo, this dude going.
Who?
Thomas, talk to your mans, man. Talk to your people.
Oh, that he's. Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm telling you, y'all gonna see. I'm gonna get that fight. Me and Floyd the same age too. I'm gonna get that fight.
Foster, Oshaki Foster's fighting Abraham Nova. That's the main event. So the undercard, I think they're still working on the undercard.
Abraham going to sleep.
Yo,
sad to say.
I get nervous going.
I like Abraham, but he going to sleep against Oshaki.
I don't think he goes to sleep. I think he probably loses a decision. But you never know. I mean, I'm rooting for Nova.
What up?
I'm biased, but I think Foster's going to win. If you ask me who you think's going to win, I think Foster wins. But I'm rooting for Nova, obviously, because he's.
I'm rooting for both of them because I know if Oshaki lose, he's never going to get another shot.
Yeah, but I think he's going to win. I mean, this is Nova's last chance because he already got stopped by Robesi, wicked and nasty.
When he got slept the last time, wasn't it in the theater?
Robesi.
I don't know if that was in the guard. Was it in the theater?
No. He had a fight after that. That was a fight before his last fight.
No. But when he got knocked out by Robesi, was that? I think it was in the theater.
Gee, wasn't it?
That was Robesi. Robesi was the only time he got knocked out.
Yeah, man.
That was at 130 though. So I mean, no, 120. What weight was that?
126.
126. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this
one Abraham should have moved up a long time ago. Anyway, Abraham big for 126.
Yeah. So
Abraham really supposed to be at 135. Really.
What's this one at 30?
Yeah, he had 30.
Oshaki's title.
I gotta see what the
Oshaki's a WBC champion at 130.
Yeah.
When they put tickets out, I gotta go get that immediately because
for sure. Yeah.
We got to get it, Thomas. We sitting around each other because I hate to get in the venue and then I got to go look for somebody. That'd be annoying, bro.
Yeah, as soon as it come up, I'll let you know. Or if you see him, let me know, and I'll see what I do. I'm gonna try to put credentials for it. I doubt I get it. I'm sure Sock will try.
Floyd's birthday's in February, so he a month behind me. So he actually a year and a month behind me. So Floyd is 46. I'm 47. I'll be 48. Floyd be turning 47. Yeah, we can get it in. We can get it in.
Credentials be so difficult, bro. Like,
it is because last night there was a fight in Manhattan. There was a card and it was expensive. And Sox put his credentials and he goes, yo, the CS never got back to me because you got to email somebody, if you know. And Sock couldn't get it. So
I started when I went to the weigh-in because I went to the weigh-in for that.
For the fight card last night.
Yeah, I was at the weigh-in.
Oh, nice.
I sat there and I was trying to talk to the dude about that, but he had so much going on. I was like, yo, I ain't gonna never get these credentials.
Yeah, when you're in that situation, you gotta either wait or keep talking to somebody until you could be like, yo, would I get a, because they were selling like standing room only for like $150 a ticket. It was general admission. I was like, no shot, I'm not doing that.
When it gets to a point with standing, I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. I used to do that for wrestling. Like when I used to go to ECW events, It was standing only, and I mean I was okay, and it was packed.
What's the armory, the place they fought in Showtime? You ever looked in the back how you see them people be standing? At first I thought I was tripping. Who's standing?
It probably is standing room only. General admission.
What you doing all that?
I'm not doing it. I
What you
can't.
doing all that?
Yeah,
You gonna be the fight like I can't. Nah. And the
They still in the stores.
Sony Hall is not a big place, so yeah, I
yeah,
can't be doing no standing. Nah, like I'm out with all that though.
yeah.
Yo, hey, free. You need to pull up
Hmm?
February, man. You ain't doing nothing. Pull up February. Come out here. Come kick it with your New York brothers.
And if you can't do February, I'm sure they're gonna have a card in June.
Oh man,
Yeah,
they're
June
gonna
will be big because they usually do something around the Puerto Rican parade.
yeah. Xander Zayas always fights, and it's always Edgar. One of them
Oh,
It's
fight.
always
he's on the undercard too for February.
Gates.
He's fighting Teixeira. Xander's fighting Teixeira February.
He is.
Yeah, he's on the undercard. I'm almost positive. So that's the co-main. Yeah, he's fighting Teixeira. Yeah,
That young boy at 54. We always speak about 54. I'm like, damn, Xander Zayas is at 54.
yeah.
I can remind myself that. That's yeah. I gotta definitely be in there.
I'm almost
February.
positive. Like I'm looking at BoxRec now for the event. It's not there. Let me type in Xander. But I'm almost positive he's supposed to fight Teixeira, and I think that's at the
Nah,
same
that's
card.
Put it up.
is your
I gotta get the thing, the piece that goes in the middle.
Barclays.
Just,
Somebody just
it's a piece that
Yeah, it's not listed yet.
for
But
hanging.
that's what I heard. I heard he
It's a
was supposed
piece
to
like
fight
this, but it's
Teixeira
metal.
yeah,
on
that's
that card.
It's metal. It's just like this. You just unscrew these.
theater.
Take these off.
It's
Take the
out on
plastic
set.
off. Put the metal one here.
Grab them.
Yeah,
At Family Dollar.
And I'm trying to sit like close by the ring. I ain't trying to be all the way at the top.
and
Yo,
the
yo.
tickets are going to be expensive because it's the Garden.
Only thing I hate about the theater though, getting to that bathroom is disrespectful, bro.
There's a line.
Line, you got about 100 dudes who just came home.
The theater is cool though, man. It's small, but I like the way they set it up, and the seating is good. Like every seat is pretty good.
Conference is cool when it's away, Thomas, when it's fight night, it's on. It's hard to get
Yeah,
to that
no, the back. But I'm just saying, but the way the seating is set up,
great.
and
The
every seat is pretty good.
yeah, seating is
Yeah,
great. I like the whole vibe because you know what? It's so much better being there than being staying home watching it. It's just the whole energy. It's
yeah,
the smell when you walk in and you like, you know what I'm saying? I'm here to witness it.
yeah,
Dope though, man.
yeah,
I'm
and
trying.
especially because it's small, and it's like you're like kind of they kind of like group it up, and it's like it's like going to like a show because you have the stage pretty much, and then you have the seating.
I
You
don't
know,
know. We're gonna have to. You know what, Thomas? Me and you, we're gonna have to work on something. With these credentials, we're gonna have to holler at somebody. So when it's time for the weigh-in and the press conference to come around for the 16th, because you know there's going to be that.
yeah,
It's
and the
always.
fight, the fight is on a Friday. It's a
Yeah,
Friday. It's a Friday.
if it's a Friday, that makes the weigh-in on a Thursday. Oh
So the
yeah,
weigh-in would be Thursday. Yep.
oh yeah. But
Yeah.
you know they're gonna do one before the fight, so they'll probably do a press conference in you think like January, because you know they
Oh,
always
yeah. Like a pre. Yeah, they might. Yeah.
yeah. But still, even with that, it ain't easy to get in that, bro.
Yeah. Not because this is top rank. Top rank is tough.
They strict, bruh.
Yeah.
And I don't blame them because a lot of people be like, yeah, I'm this and I'm that. And you can't do no research on them. Like dudes be hollering about, yo, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, I don't give a damn all that.
Yeah.
You got you.
I'll tell you. That's why I gotta. Sock knows the right people. So because he's gotten them before. Um.
I went
So
to the show.
once we know the right people, we can do it. Because what I do is I use the radio show I'm on as who I'm working for, and that helps. But if I don't know the right person to contact, I got no shot.
No shot. No, And in this game, you gotta know people.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. It's not about what you know, and how many viewers you got, or how many subscribers you got. That shit don't get you through the door all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to build yourself up to get to you there. They either know who you are, or once you give them your name and they look down on that list, yeah, all right, come on.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I gave the dude from Showtime, what's his name? He's always in front. You always see him in front, directing the fighters and all that. Forgot his name. You'll know him when you see him. He's always on Showtime. Soon as the press conference and stuff, you see him, and you'll see him with the he has like the little low haircut. You'll see the dude when you if you go to any of the press conference, you'll see it. If you go to one right now, you always see him. He always in front. He's
Okay.
directing, telling them, what to do, telling the press. I'll send you a video of him.
Okay. Okay.
So when the Canelo and Jamal came around, they did it at the Palladium, like they did, the other two. All right, let me pull up in there. But they did it different this time. Now they sent a special email to I forgot what it's called, but I didn't get it. I got it,
Mm.
but I didn't get it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm giving them my name or whatever. Damn, come on, this is crazy. How I'm not about to get into another one of the biggest fights of the year. Because when it came to this is how you know it's levels to this. Because when it was Crawford and Spence, no, you just came in, you signed your
Yeah.
name. When it came to Canelo, nah, bro, you ain't gonna just get up in here. It's not happening. You know what
Wow.
I'm saying? You got to have that special email. But the dude who is a somebody, I forgot his name. I think it's Brian. I think the guy name is Brian. I'm gonna look in my email. I might have his name,
Okay.
but explain to him and I'm just like, oh, I can't get in here. I'm mad. I'll give it a walk up. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm giving it. But he was like, yo, so he takes the wristband. He was like, just come on. He talked to me or whatever. And then after, I went up to him and thanked him, get me in. And that's when he took my email down, took it down. And I'm like, it's how you present yourself to people. You
Yeah. No,
know,
I know.
it's a lot of these people, they get like somebody owes them something. Sometimes we get caught up in ourselves too much where we feel like, hey, how you not know who I am? I've been to 25 showtimes and that don't mean nothing, bro. If your name ain't on that list, bro, all that don't mean nothing. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But it's our jobs to say if this is what we want to do, then you know what? This is something we got to work on. So this is something me and you got to
Yeah.
work on.
Yeah. Yeah.
From the times we have gotten press conference, it's because we were blessed and somebody looked out for us. But that lookout is not going to be there all the time.
Yeah. I mean,
Because
it, it,
somebody
it,
today,
it's who
man,
it's basically who you know, right? But then what I do is like after like the last time with the Kalen Walsh fight, I made sure I got the emails and I made sure I emailed each individual solo and said thank you, appreciate it, stuff like that to try to keep in good favor with those guys. So they remember like, yo, he was very polite. Oh, he remembered you. Oh, this and that. You know what I'm
um,
saying? So that's what I try to do.
if,
That helps.
if you dare argue or dare say anything smart, you're out of there permanent.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a kiss ass, thing to do until you really get into like what to that mafia, to that group. Like a lot of journalists, they have their own kind of like group or their brotherhood. So if you're not in that clique, it's tough. The
And
goal is to try to get into that clique, and then they know who you are, and then like, oh yeah, yeah, I know this guy.
it's
So
you on the outside. Like you said, if you ain't a part of that clique,
yeah,
I had to start going to see faces. That's what I had to do. It wasn't just about seeing the fighters. I had to go and go, okay, and start sitting. Now when I go, I can sit next to guys. No matter how long I've seen them, I can sit next to guys and be like, yo, what's up, my man? I ain't seen you in a minute. When you start getting next to you and Maniac, Four Corners Boxing, it's certain people.
hmm
YSM Media, Drew Titan, Blue Blood. It's certain people that it's like, okay, I had to keep going to see these guys, and that's
yeah,
what it is. Part of that clique, and you dolo is kind of hard.
yeah,
it's
That's what I'm
kind of
saying. It's a grind. Like I'm sure Blue Blood went through that grind, and now Blue Blood, everybody knows Blue Blood, right?
yeah.
So, and then knowing him helps too. You know,
Well, my
Drew is starting to do it more and more too, and soon everybody's gonna know who Drew is even more. And like I think it's a grind. Like you do it till you get to a point where you're notable and you're in that brotherhood. Like, oh yeah, this guy, get him in. Oh yeah, I know who you are. Yeah, I got you on the list. Like stuff like that. You
my
know.
thing, don't go out of your way. Always, this is what I always believe in. Sell yourself and don't be a sellout. Sell yourself. Don't do all this extra shit that you think is gonna get you through the door, and it don't get you through the door.
Yeah.
Because now you're upset. I did all this. I said that. That didn't work. I tried sending emails. I tried talking to people. Nobody talked to me. There's a way to present yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Coming where we coming from, we were taught to act this way and to talk this way and be this way because of the neighborhoods we come from. But once you step out of your environment, all that shit does not mean anything
Yeah.
when you're getting around people who are millionaires and damn near billionaires.
Yeah.
That don't mean nothing. That doesn't, if we get around and we talk a certain way, we put on a shirt with a tie, that don't mean we trying to be something we not. You have to be, you have to be presentable.
Yeah.
You have to present yourself. Close that door for me.
And another thing you have to be patient. You got to have the patience to deal with some of these maybe arrogant minded people or stuck up people. You got to kind of like hold your breath at certain tones and be like something you would not normally do in another situation. But when you're dealing with these people and you kind of maybe need their help a little bit or need something from them, you got to kind of have patience to deal with some of these people's arrogance. They're kind of like
The lady did to me. I can't say what her name is
okay.
because you can't do that. I think it was the Danny Garcia fight, and they would get ready to go live. I just happened to walk around as they were going live. She said, "What are you doing? About to go live? Sit down."
What?
But she was a somebody.
Wow.
Somebody. She's one of the top dogs. Now, the thinking me said, "Whoo, okay." I sat down. But if I wasn't thinking, the ignorant me would have been said something like, "Who the you?"
Exactly, because that probably would have been me. That would have been me. I'm like, who? I would have snapped. So, but then that's the patience comes in. If you don't have the patience to kind of like catch yourself,
I see her bodyguard. I'm like, just go sit down.
I would have told the bodyguard to kill himself. I mean, I'm just stupid like that sometimes. So I mean, once if you get to a point,
Our pride sometimes. We all want to respond because we don't like being disrespected. And at some point, you do have to check people. But there's a time and place to check people. Once we get out of that environment, you listen. I don't. You ain't have to talk to me like that.
Yeah.
Don't do that because I might not be patient the next time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the next time, yeah. Or you say the next time I'm gonna snap back.
To these press conferences, I love getting into these weigh-ins. I love getting into these fights. I would never want to be banned. I would never want to be because there's a lot of people out here that's being blackballed, being stopped from getting credentials because of certain videos they make and certain things they say.
Yeah.
So now you pull up to these venues. Oh man, get him out of here. Oh no, get him up out of here. And this is why I tell cats, Thomas, you have a right to say what you want to say on your platform, but just be prepared for what comes with it. So when you get to these play stupid and go, "Oh my God, Clarence, can you believe they didn't let me in?" Yeah, I can believe it.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I like to do, I like to when I'm on, and then my channel is different, right? I know I do a radio show that's strictly boxing, but what me and Saga we do all sports. I know we focus more on boxing now, but we like all sports. And one thing I don't like to do, and I've done it, and I try not to do it, is like I don't like calling fighters bums or calling athletes bums that he sucks because these are professional athletes and they're not bums. They may be bums to you watching on TV, but the reality of it is that these guys are professionals and they had to work their way up to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? And they'll whip my ass or they play better baseball than me because I'm not in the pros, or they could shoot a better jump shot than me because I'm not in the NBA. So that's one thing I try not to do. I've caught myself, I've done it a couple of times. I'd be like, oh, he sucks. They don't really suck, and I try not to do it because then you don't know who's watching. And like, oh, word, you think I'm a bum? So that's one thing I tried not to do, and I don't like to do is call
You know
people
how many
maybe in the privacy of my own home. But
guys in venues get approached by fighters?
say it again.
I've seen dudes get approached by fighters. Like, when the press is there and they go to ask a question, oh yeah, I remember you. You
Yeah.
was talking crazy on Instagram. And then you go, he was watching me on Instagram? Yeah.
Then you got a cop a plea. I'm like, nah, I was just joking. It was just for clicks and views. I was joking around. You'll whip my ass. You whip my ass. Look at like Brian Corbin said, them bums will bust your shit. You're right.
You can't do that with everybody, bruh.
Yeah, no,
So
exactly.
the thing is this. I used to say what I want to say because it was my show. I went from saying what I want to say what I feel. I'm gonna just say what I feel because when you just saying what you want, you talking crazy, and eventually that's gonna catch up to you.
Yeah,
So you have to be careful,
yeah,
what you say, because it will definitely catch up to you, and it's gonna be
yeah,
consequences. But at the end of the day, we gonna be all right because we know how to move. I just tell a lot of these guys, it's okay for you to go on your show. Say what if you feel like you want to say whatever you want to say, go ahead. But just don't be too surprised when the outcome don't go the way you think it's gonna go. And now it's like, oh my God, what did I do? I was just saying what I felt. No, you said what you wanted to say. You didn't say what you felt, and that's going to cost you. You know what I'm saying? We don't do this for just for subscribers and likes. We love doing this.
yeah,
Being journalists and being in the media is what we love because we're being a part of a sport that we really love it.
yeah.
And some of us have made sacrifices to to get to press conferences and weigh-ins. I'm not gonna lie, there's times I'm like, man, I'm not going to work today. Who coming to town? Nah, I'm not going to work. That's a dub. We sacrifice this. You know what I'm saying? We sacrifice this, and it's a great sacrifice. And if we want to be able to keep doing it, we have to do it the right way.
Yeah.
We got to keep doing it. It's not and if the public looks at it like you're kissing their ass, well, say what you want to say. You know, your sports show, who knows? It could end up being $1 million business. It could be whatever you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
I know for no Duck Zone, I'm fighting to make it bigger than just boxing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to open the doors for people. So we have to protect our brand. We have to because when it's over, or if it's something doesn't go right with our brand, we can't blame it on nobody
yeah,
because we are in charge of our brand. So we let somebody come and tear it down. That's how
yeah.
we allowed that.
I mean,
Because once they tear it down, they moving on to the next. We have to sit here and take the criticism, like, yo, how
yeah.
you allow it to happen?
I mean, and that's why YouTube gives people like us the opportunity to go on and kind of live out our dream or our hobby, and then who knows what happens from there because it's tough to make it in the journalist world. I mean,
This,
my friend Sock, as you know, he went to school for that. He's written for papers and stuff, and it's not easy to get involved. And then to get the big job, to get a broadcaster job or journalist job, it's tough. But YouTube gives us the opportunity to kind of live out like our fantasy and our hobbies and talk about it. And then you never know. Somebody says like, "Yo, this guy knows what he's talking about," or "That guy knows what he's talking about." Like, let me listen, and you build from there. It gives us the opportunity to do that.
can I could admit something on live right now. I'm still learning journalism, and I even find myself Googling journalism. I still Google and read certain things because there's certain answers that I'm looking for.
Yeah,
Because there's other things I still need help with. I'm never the guy who just jump out there and think I know every damn thing. But I try to do my best at what I can do. Like what I do with this amateur scene with the amateurs, Thomas, I love it. It's something that
yeah,
I'll never do, brother. I love it because I'm introducing people to these young fighters that a year, 3 years from now, the world will know who they are. That's
Yep.
why I always tell people, go follow this kid, go follow her, go follow him, go follow this coach. I give people that opportunity because somebody gave me the opportunity. And that's what we got to do. We got to give back, man. And that's another good look. That's another thing that'll get you through the doors. But far as credentials, man, we gonna get that. But we need to
I
just
hope.
work
Yeah.
60. We're gonna have to start, Thomas. We're gonna have to start hollering at some people. We're gonna have to email some people. I don't know, man. We're gonna have to email, talk to.
Once I find out, I'll let you know. I mean, I'm looking. I'm already looking into that, and I know Sakis, and he'll give us the email, and we'll see what happens.
Why should we just be guys to go to fights and sit in the crowd, right?
Hmm.
Clap out, good fight, and then go home and make a video about it when we should be right there at the press conference. When the fight is over, we should be sitting right in that room, talking to them,
Yeah.
walking to the hotels with them. You know what I'm saying? The going home is cool, but nah, man.
Yeah.
With all that, I want to be in the back.
Yeah. And there's ways
Go back.
there's ways around getting to the guys you want to meet. A lot of people want to interview or want to speak to the fighters, but if you could find a manager, a trainer, or a promoter, somebody that's not, maybe they're not a big name and low key, and you start with them, they may get you to that fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like there's ways around it.
They don't want to do that. Some people,
Yeah.
I'm not saying all because I can't speak for all journalists, but I know for a fact there's some that don't want to do that. Well, why do I need to speak to him? I'm trying to speak to him. But fool, you might have to speak to
Yep.
him. I mean,
Yep.
how do you shut him down where he's in that circle? He's
Yep.
in that circle. I don't care if he's a cut man. I don't care if he's the one that carries the fighter's bags. He's in that circle. I don't need to talk to him.
Yep.
All right, well, then you ain't going to get what you're looking for, bruh. So you got to do that. And that's what I do now, even with the amateurs. I do that now.
Yeah.
I started building relationships with the parents and coach, who's ever around them. You know what I'm saying? I don't just jump to the fighter. I don't need to talk to the coach. I don't need to talk to their parents. I don't need to talk to I don't need to talk to the gym owner. All I need is them. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
You have to build relationships. And I think they don't understand. There's a few people in the journalism that still don't understand that. You have to.
They're never gonna understand it, and that's better for people like us.
You understand?
So,
That's like saying I don't need to talk to the big companies or the big promotional companies about credentials.
yeah.
All I need to do is just show them my YouTube. That's it. And
Yeah.
they'll let me. No.
Hey, listen. I at the June, and it didn't work out, and then you never know because maybe I'll bump into him again. But last June, we went to Tio fight. Me and Sak, we saw what's the guy's name? The trainer of Zhang, Sean George, and he's a former fighter. He used to fight at light heavy, I think.
Yeah.
He fought like Chris Bird, but he trained, and we went to talk to him because he's not a big name, but people know him, especially in New York, right? Because he's
Yeah.
from Brooklyn. So we
Yeah.
thought, we said, hey, maybe we could talk to him, and then eventually somebody like a trainer like that could get us in. But it didn't work out because we were supposed to interview him, and he said yes, but he didn't show. He didn't show, or he might have forgot, or whatever. But we still got that contact. So, but we went right at the trainer. Like, he was walking around like nothing. He was by himself. Zhang was there too. And everybody's looking at Zhang, but he's just walking like normal, like a regular person. And we say, hey, what's up? So these are things, that you have to do rather than go straight to the guy. You might have to go to like a trainer or stuff like, and and I'm sure he has a great story that I wanted to hear, because a former fighter, and he went to China to train the Olympic team, and look, he found Zhang. Right, so
Yeah. We just got to keep doing what we're doing, and I want to salute you on what you do because I see you out here moving heavy. Um, every time I see you on your grind, you know what I mean, and that's what we out here. Like me and you, when we were at the other press conference last time, a lot of people didn't know about that, and that was something small, but we
yeah,
made it our business to be there.
yeah,
Like some people would have downplayed that press conference, man. Ain't nobody going to that bullshit ass press conference, man. That little ass, we ain't going to
yeah.
that, but it didn't matter, bro.
And then if that guy becomes a superstar, we were there.
Everybody want to act like they know who he is.
Exactly.
and you see how that fight turned out because it didn't turn out the way everybody thought it was going to turn out. But you
Yep.
see how it went. But my thing is, and we got footage to prove
Yeah.
we were there.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Even with the smallest places, you're going to have to pull up. Even if you walk in and some of the media is not familiar, you like, I don't know none of these people. But you seen when I walked in there, I knew about 2 or 3 people
Yeah,
already.
you did. Yeah.
Couple
Yeah.
cats, and this is what this is about. So
Yeah.
you got to do that. But we're gonna get where we need to be. It's gonna take time. We just got to keep pushing, and we definitely. And this is a shout out to everybody that's in media. That we all have a job to do. Whether we all get along or not, whether we can't stand each other, whatever the thing is, we have to make 2024 our year, and we can't go out of our way to make us look bad. When you make when you look bad, you make all of us look bad. They
Yeah.
already said people in the press and the media don't know shit. We don't know nothing about boxing. We just be capping because a lot of y'all do cap. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of y'all be capping and don't know nothing.
Yeah.
And
And
it
I
means
don't claim to know everything.
nothing.
So I only claim to know what I know, and I'm here to keep learning as well. I don't claim to know everything. I consider myself a casual that knows a lot about the history because I know a lot about old fights and some of it in the top of my head. But I don't claim to know everything. I don't claim to know more than anybody else. You know,
I
so
I had told you I'm still Google stuff. I
yeah,
still Google. There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
I still Google, and
I do too.
I'm
You
gonna
have to
continue.
sometimes.
I'm gonna continue to do it. But as far as credentials, man, we gonna get that, man.
Yeah.
We'll have it before we know it. Yeah, you know what I mean. But Tom, I gotta talk to you offline though, because you can't talk about everything online. So
No, I
I'm gonna
understand. Okay.
be having that you. What's your schedule looking like this week?
I got to work. This is my last week until vacation. We get a 2-week vacation after this week. So, and then I'm going away next week for a few days, little vacation. So,
Hey, yo,
but
you gotta pull up to these amateur shows, man.
I
I
know
be like,
I gotta try to come to one.
pull up.
You know, I should have been. If I don't know why I didn't know about the Johns, I would have went. It's right there.
I've been announcing
And
Johns
that
for
was
the
Johns was yesterday, right?
yeah. I've been announcing that for the
Yeah.
long time.
I,
That's why I said, yo, pull up. I was even telling Drew. His videos. I was like, yo, Drew, there's a fight coming up in
I
John.
would have went. If I don't know why I didn't know about it. Like I maybe I did and I don't know, but I was just like, damn, I saw you there. Then I saw the post on Instagram. I saw John, you know, because I follow John also, and you know, he was posting about the event. He was posting pictures like the food and stuff, and I was like, damn, man, I didn't know about this, you
It
know.
gives you opportunity because I'm not no hater, so
Yeah,
I don't think that I'm only supposed to be the only guy out here talking to amateurs. That gives you an opportunity to catch an amateur and bring them on your show.
yeah,
Me, I'm never no hater. I be telling people, yo, pull up and grab these guys, man. And dudes be like, yeah, I'm gonna pull up, and then I don't see him, and then it's like, you know what I mean? It's a great, but you know what? We'll be back in the new year. I think in January. I think it's 17th. It might be before that they doing the show. I don't know where yet
and
because these
Johns or
not John's. It's supposed to be down in Manhattan.
okay,
I forgot. They just posted it too. It's somewhere like down the canal. It's a gym I ain't never even
okay,
heard of. I never knew it even existed. But they doing a show there. It's supposed to be somewhere down the canal street, man. I don't know.
okay.
I could be wrong. Let me look it up and then I'm gonna get back to you. But I know it's somewhere downtown in that area. When I
Okay.
get to look it up on the gram, I'll get you though. But I'm gonna get up out of here though, Thomas. I appreciate you. I finally got you up here. I was like, yo, I ain't gonna
Nah,
never.
no, that I saw. It's funny. I just hit you on Instagram, and then I saw it. and I responded because I just felt bad because I know you'd be sending links. Keep doing it because there'll be times I do it. I know you do it in the morning, but I'd be at work, and then I saw you was on, and I was like, oh, I can hop on now. I just finished. So
Yeah, you know what? It's not so much the link. I'm not supposed to be sending that because I know everybody be busy. I'll be like, let me just let everybody know because a lot of people be like, you got a channel, and I'm like, did y'all not see me put it on my Instagram? It's on the profile. Go subscribe to the channel. People still hit me with like, you got a channel, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I got
yeah,
a channel. This
you
it's
know,
okay though. Everybody's not
they
gonna catch it.
you could do Instagram now through StreamYard. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I don't know if you
Yeah,
know that.
I could.
They just put it up. I don't know how to do it though. I got to figure it out.
to do it either. And to be honest with you, I'm not gonna go out of my way to try to do it. I'm just gonna stay doing this. I'm coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
can do
yeah,
it at the same time. Like I want to broadcast because I do Facebook and I do YouTube. But now Instagram, I got a lot of followers on Instagram, and
yeah.
if I could do that, and then I'll make another Instagram just for TD Sports instead of just my real name. Maybe I could do that too, just to kind of build the audience a little more.
We gonna work on it. But yeah, let me get up out of here. I gotta do some things in this house. I appreciate you for finally coming up, my brother. I finally got you up here. You made my day because I've been wanting to get you up here, bro. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, bro. Take it easy.
I'll call you though. We gonna rap.
All right, you already know.
All right, peace out, bro.
All right, bro.